What up, y'all? We're back. It's been a while. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, we all have families. Zach's got a child now, a young little baby. Everybody say congratulations to Zach. He's already had a bunch of kids already.
I've had 2. Okay, just 2.
One is a bunch.
One is she's be 15 in June. God,
man. But yeah,
Josh
and I are still childless man children. Yeah, we have cats. We're good. So today it is April. It's been we never do things on time here on this channel, and so we are finally doing our top albums of the year. Zach hasn't joined because Zach spent a lot of last year, I'm sure, getting ready for the kid. Josh isn't prepared, so we're gonna comment.
I didn't know
Josh
what was going on.
This is an out of nowhere thing. Dave was coming over. We're working on a Christmas album this year, a little sequel to the old one. David came over to jam on. We're gonna collaborate on a track, and so I was like, shit, let's do a video too while we're here. And boom, here we go. So I guess we'll start with you. Best albums of the year. What do you have?
Alright, so I guess I'll start with
23.
It'd probably be best to start with what's disappointed.
Yeah, that's how I'm going.
Yeah, so I don't have a lot of disappointments. There's some that are just fine, but I have 3 disappointing albums this year that I kind of looked forward to and then was just let down. Slipknot, yeah, exactly.
That would be mine. I still haven't heard it, man. But all this disappointment makes me want to hear it more because I might love it.
It was, yeah. Well,
well,
1 or 2
if
songs.
If you're a Slipknot
maybe.
fan, no.
There's
but
a couple.
If you like weird shit, yes.
It does. It has a lot of weird shit. And
it's like jazz by way of Slipknot.
And the thing is with Slipknot, it's not. I can't say it's not Slipknot because Slipknot's been lately, like the last few albums, they've been kind of.
No, it was very Slipknot-y. It just.
But it wasn't.
It's not Iowa. It's not self-entitled.
It's really low on my bar. Like it is up there. Like obviously, I'm not a Subliminal Versus fan. We've already pointed that out multiple times, and this is just above that.
Man.
So this is literally their weakest album I think in years, and I mean, All Hope Is Gone. I think All Hope Is Gone was better because it was a lot heavier. There's just not enough heaviness onto it. Like it's all pretty much just experimental Slipknot. It's not really like, they obviously, we know that they didn't go into it really with all hopes because they wanted to get out of with Roadrunner. So they just kind of threw out whatever songs they had left, it felt like.
Yeah.
And that's what the album feels like,
Bands kind of tend to do that.
It kind of is like, okay, this is our last album, let's give them some songs and get the fuck out. So I like the songs, but I wasn't in love with the album. It was a disappointment. It's not a terrible album. It's just a disappointing Slipknot album.
You built your hype pretty high.
Right, yeah.
You're a big old Slipknot fan anyway.
Me and Josh are big Slipknot fans. I get hyped up. Every time I hear Slipknot's coming out with a new album, I'm like, yes! I hope it's as good as the last time, or I hope it's going to have more of this, and I really jump into it. Like, you jump into a lot of stuff that neither me or Josh know about.
It's the same way it's been with Korn. We keep hearing, like, all right, they're going to do it right this time. They're going to do it right this time.
Disappointment number 2!
They're going to do it right.
Korn! I don't hate Korn's new album. I just don't care for it. It didn't do anything new. It didn't do anything old. It didn't do anything. It's just, it's there. Like, every time I listen to it, I don't remember it. Like, The Worst Is On Its Way is probably the only really song that I remember. Even the name of it is, what I remember. But the only reason why I remember it is because I
don't even remember the name of the album.
Requiem.
Yeah.
Right, and
it's got a few good songs on there.
It's a slow. It's boring. It's just like it's Jonathan Davis just giving us his solo shit, which I hated. I hated Jonathan Davis' solo shit.
I still haven't heard it.
To me, it's terrible.
It's like Surge.
I don't think any of their solo.
I like Surge. I would rather listen to Surge stuff. Surge is
System of a Down to Surge. It's like
Surge is just System of a Down with Surge doing girl voices. I mean, that's just that's all that. It's like, but no, I was just another. It's not a terrible album. It's not good though. It's just disappointing.
None of their solo shit will ever match the majesty that is Fieldy's Dreams.
Okay.
So, well, that's not true. Have you listened to
No.
Monkey's fucking?
I bet
Fear
you
in the-
it's not better than Fieldy's Dreams.
I loved it. Monkey's solo. He only has one album.
Travis is being
solo,
facetious when he says this.
It's
It's like it's so bad, it's good.
Right? Fear in the nervous system, right? That's what the Monkey solo shit is. It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
I would definitely, if you haven't heard it, it's fucking great.
I need
It's,
to check it out.
Red
they
Hot
got
Chili
a singer
Peppers
from
last
this
new
this
album.
band called like Dark Wave or something. I think it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this weird industrial. But that's what the singer did. He did such a good job on it, and that one's good. But anyway, so I don't want to go too far off. I can't have a 40-hour video. So yeah, Korn. I was just really disappointed. I'm tired of listening to it. Like when it comes on, I skip most of the songs now because I just don't want to listen to it again. Like it's just like okay, whatever, moving on. I'd rather listen to anything else. I have one other disappointing one that I kind of looked forward to because I haven't had an album in like 15 years.
Damn.
Stabbing Westward came out with an album last year.
I still haven't heard it.
It is awful.
Oh,
It is the worst thing.
We got a
I
lot
have-
of old bands come up with new albums last year.
It was terrible. No, so all right, I'm not a huge Stabbing Westward fan, but their first, there are 3 albums. They had a different sound than a lot of bands back then. They tried their stuff, but the entire new album is just it's long and boring, and lyrically it's pretty much, it sounds like a breakup album. Like not a break. We're breaking up as a band, but I'm breaking up with a girl or a guy. I don't know what they're into. But yeah, I mean it was so bad. I was just like every song. It was just the same song, just long, drawn out, bad industrial style stuff with bad. I mean, it was just bad. It was the worst album.
I forgot it came out, man.
Right.
So much
listened to
shit, dude.
But I
So
look
much
forward to
shit.
it because I was kind of like, yeah, there's a
Stabbing
lot.
Westward back. Like I was hyped for it when I first heard about it, but it totally
It
slipped under my
sucked.
radar.
I mean, you go ahead and try to listen to it, but I think you'll agree with me. It sucked. It was just, come on, man. Like,
So
I don't even know how to think about it. It sucked. It's so bad.
So that is your.
I don't remember
disappointments.
it. Yeah.
My disappointments. I have 6 albums, but 4 bands. Disappointment number number whichever, doesn't no real order, but the Pixies, Doggerel, the new Pixies album. I mean it sounds like Pixies without Kim Deal. Same thing with all the new Pixies albums. It's like, yeah, they're touching on that old sound, but then no Kim, no Deal. So, moving on. It's a fine little album, but I mean, it is what it is. Pixies are fucking awesome. At least before Kim Deal left, and I mean, Pixies started the '90s sound, man. Fucking.
I've heard a couple songs from them, but I think like
All that shit that was popular in the '90s was like taking what Pixies did and kind of like that little slight underground scene in the '80s, man. Right before Sonic Youth was early '80s, fucking just a lot of that.
Salt, that's what-
Well, not Veruca Salt, but there is some Pixies in Veruca Salt.
Right, that's
you know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying.
like,
Yeah,
that
like
sound.
that '90s alt rock sound. Like the Pixies is a big part of that style. It's especially like quiet during the verse and then loud and heavy during the chorus. Like you get that on Nirvana. Like Pixies are fantastic, but the newer shit's kind of. I'm glad
they're old.
to get more Pixies, but without Kim Deal, we're just missing something because he doesn't even let the new lead lady in the band, hardly sing on shit. So whatever. The new Yeah Yeah Yeahs album.
They have a new album?
Yeah, and it sucks.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It is fucking
I like them.
boring. There's a few decent groovy bits, but if you're looking for the hard guitar-driven Yeah Yeah Yeahs from
The Lion.
before, yeah, like that is not here. This is all synthy, going for that 80s style that everyone is doing right now, and I am so fucking sick of it. Yeah, like how the new Smashing Pumpkins
Synth
went a couple years ago. Yeah, this synth pop fucking just 80s fucking all the way. It is boring. I don't know what Karen O is doing, but you need to stop. Next is, weirdly enough, one of these albums from this particular artist I praised earlier last year, and then he dropped a second album. Both new Jack White albums are disappointments. The one that came out first, I forget the fucking name. There was Entering Heaven Alive. I think that might have been the second one. I forgot what this shit's called. But the first one, I liked it at first. I was like, all right, this is cool. It kind of has that electro funk heavy vibe that the album before it had, you know. And I played it a lot when it came out, but then I never went back to it. And then the Entering Heaven Alive, the second album he dropped last year, just was decent. There are some good folky bits, some good country bits, but nothing. I don't know, man. I guess I just, you know, nothing hits me like Lazaretto did or Blunderbuss. I don't know what it is, but those two to me are still his best solo albums. Moving on, the next two disappointments. Another band dropped 2 albums last year. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Both are disappointments. And the fact is, the first one that dropped was, I liked it enough. It did what it needed to do. Yeah, with Frusciante jumping back into the band. It needed the Frusciante lead sound, Chad Smith's drums. It needed some funky shit, but every song, man, starts to bleed together. Every song sounds the fucking same. That album is very mid-tempo. That first one they dropped last year, very mid-tempo, very slow. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm getting so fucking bored with it. So I was hoping, after they announced the second album last year, I was like, maybe they're saving, you know, some of the faster, some of the punkier shit, some of the, you know, a little more energy for this next album, right? You know, there's going to be another 17 songs, you know, maybe a little more energy. No, sleepwalking through this motherfucker too. I couldn't believe it. I was like, every fucking song on the second Chili Peppers album last year, I'm like, really? 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 Like, damn it, y'all couldn't throw, and to me, that one was even more boring than the other one. I'm like, fuck, what are y'all doing? Damn it. I'm not gonna lie, you know, Chili Peppers ain't as young as they used to be, but they could still bring the fucking thunder, man. And damn, they did not. They did not.
They did a couple years ago. What was that album that came out with a few years ago?
Like,
Flea had like some fucking badass bass riffs.
Yeah, and there's some badass bass riffs. I think the first album they dropped last year had a few faster songs, but nothing, you know, nothing that One Hot Minute has. You know, I don't know, man. Just, it's boring as fuck. To drop 2 albums each with like a massive track list and all of it just bleeds together. I can't remember. The only thing I remember out of any of this shit was the cheap attempt at rapping from Anthony Kiedis on that. Anyway, took a left on third, jumped that curve, and I'm like, bring me a little more of that. Bring me a little more of that. You know, some silly ass rap shit, some heavier funk shit, and we're good. Like, there's some good horn bits in there, you know, on these albums, but man, they don't fucking do it for me. I'm glad they're back together. Still glad they're still fucking doing it, but yeah. Moving on. What is, you got any honorable mentions?
Yeah. So, all right. So my honorable mentions are all over the place, really, and so there's a rap group, I guess a duo, named Gone and Atlas, right? If you like rap, they're lyricists. They rap. You know, they're fast rappers. Or one, Atlas is more of a singer, and then Gone is a rapper. I mean, he's like all the new rappers that are coming out nowadays. AK, you wouldn't know it.
I wouldn't know it.
You wouldn't know anyway. But like, there's AK, Token, NF. You know, there's a lot of the, well, Token's more Hispanic, I think, I guess, but they're all from California, I think. So they're all California rappers nowadays.
I guess he'd be Token in California.
Right, but but yeah, they're a lot of like lyricist rappers nowadays, and they're good. I like it, but it was an okay album, but nothing like to look. If you like rap, go check them out, and you might enjoy it. The album's called Waves. Another A band that I found real doomy doom metal. I think I showed it to you. Darker.
I think you did. I cannot remember.
It is like it's really atmospheric kind of doom metal. Like she's not really singing. I mean, she sings, but it's like long. I mean, just slow, doomy. I mean, it's a doom metal album. It's just long and like, but it's the what I love about it was atmospheric.
Yeah.
You know, it
a lot
had
of the
like
best
every
doom is like dripping with just thick ass fucking atmosphere.
Right, and it was definitely like every song, you know, was different, had enough uniqueness to it, and I enjoyed it. And I'm not a big doom metal fan. Like I like some doom metal. I respect it where it comes from, and you know certain bands, but I don't go out of my way to find it. I found her randomly. It showed up on my feed on my Amazon Music, and I was like, okay, let's check it out. And it had like a Viking kind of.
That's cool. There are
singing.
a lot of
like a lot of bands are doing that nowadays.
There's only a few doom metal bands with a female. There's Acid King for one. I think they're one of the oldest, and they actually just dropped a new album that I got to check out. But then there's one on my list actually, Misa, that we'll get to them. But yeah, there aren't a lot of female singers in doom metal bands, which I think adds to the sound and makes it a little more interesting. Cause
it's creepy too.
Yeah,
there are certain songs like she has a really good voice, and I think that's what I really liked about it. I was like, it's really like just a chill kind of sound to it. Like it's dark, it's metal and dooming, and it's just kind of like I enjoyed it. I can listen to it, and I'm just kind of like have something in the background.
Like Sun O with a female singer.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, but but you have this high, you know.
You know what I mean? Just sound sculptures.
If you like some doom metal and you haven't checked them out, Darker. I'm sure it's pronounced Darker. But it's one word. It says darker. I'm sure. But it's really good. I enjoyed it enough to put on my list of stuff that it's fine. But that's for me. But for you that likes doom, I mean, if you really like doom, you'll really like them. Soulfly came out with a new album.
Still haven't heard it, man.
Totem. It's a metal album. It's a Soulfly. It's fucking what's his name? Cavalera. I mean, it's Sepultura and what's his other the Max Cavalera Conspiracy stuff. And, I mean, it's Soulfly and all this thing, but that's all it was. It was just like it's nothing new. Obviously, the band's been out. Soulfly's been out since. I mean, I
20 years,
in high school,
years.
Like 90s,
what, 98, 99?
Yeah, they dropped. They had a new metal album.
It was right after Bloody Roots.
Yeah, so I mean, Sepultura didn't they split and then this one Soulfly?
Yeah, okay. He had left Sepultura and started Soulfly after the Bloody Roots album.
Yeah, and I like Soulfly. I kind of follow him a lot.
Primitive was the best one.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him a lot in high school, and I kind of grew away from him.
I still only have the first Soulfly. Like, I am way behind.
Oh, man. What was it, second or third album, I think, is really good. I don't remember the names of it.
Primitive, the one from 2000, is like one of the best ones.
Yeah.
That's the
one
one
I
that has
remember
that. That's one that jumped the fuck up.
Yeah, that's the... But, so they released a new one. It's fine. It's a Soulfly album, but it's nothing, to go home about. Again, Post Malone released a new album. I like it, but it's Post Malone. So, not a lot of people like Post Malone. I kind of dig some of his music, but, I try to veer out of all. I try not to just stay in one scene.
He seems like he might be a cool dude.
He's a chill dude. Like, I've seen him talk to people. Like, I would love to meet the guy.
He just makes nothing
He's a metalhead, too.
Yeah, which is cool.
But
I'm sure me and him can, talk and, have fun, smoke a joint or something, and chill. But, as far as, his art doesn't speak to me.
That's cool. I mean, but yeah, like I said, it's fine. But the thing that's cool about this album, is that he did it on his own. Like, he didn't have no backing from a record company or anything. He did this for him, so it's a lot more personal, I think. And musically wise, you can kind of tell where he's trying to go with it. And I enjoyed it enough to where I listened to it more than once. So it's fine. A band that I almost put on my top 20, but I was like, I haven't listened to them enough. All right, this band's called The Gloom in the Corner. I recommend checking them out though. They're heavy as fuck. They have a mix between like prog and gent and a few other little different. Kind of reminds me of what's his name? The dude you love so much.
Mike Patton.
Yeah, but has a lot of Mike Patton influence in there. It's kind of like I haven't, like I said, I've only listened to it like twice. I think I went through the CD at least a couple times, but I didn't dive into it enough to really give it a full a good listen. Where I can like give you a good opinion. But the band is fucking phenomenal in its own, and I think that you would probably dig
in the
them.
corner. I'll check that out.
Yeah, so the Gloom in the Corner. It's a weird the
That's a pretty cool name.
right. Like, well, the album
Gloom
cover
in the
the album
Corner.
cover is like this D&D Dungeons and Dragons
Like-
kind of album cover. Like
dude,
they're
what's
coming
that
out
over
like
there. Oh, that's the Gloom. We don't talk about it.
the album's called Trinity.
Fucking
Just
Richmond.
It's just rich. It's just
It's
rich.
Richmond over
There's
there.
Richmond over in the corner. We don't talk about him.
That one is coffin fodder.
I'm telling you, you need to
What's
watch
that
this
in the
fucking
corner?
YouTube that show you
No.
It's
Shit.
the Gloom of sea. All right. Anyway, I'm Lacuna Coil came out with a new album ish.
Yeah,
It's
ish.
got to
to
be
the
mentioned
top.
though because it is different.
Which
but
is
it's the same album.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
Comalize
is different.
20 years. The 20th anniversary of Comalize, and I like it. I like it a lot.
But that's because we're a big fan of the original.
Yeah, but
Like, I love the original.
my thing is I don't love the new Lacuna Coil sound as much as I love the old Lacuna Coil sound when it was more atmospheric and just more of a goth metal band, where today they're a much heavier band than they ever used to be, and it's mostly the same people. The guy used to never do scream vocals.
He screamed a lot.
And he screams a lot nowadays. But I do like what they did with Comalize, where it's an idea of, they didn't just re-record the album, they redid the whole album, basically as if, let's say Comalize never came out 20 years ago, this is how it would sound if this new version of Lacuna Coil recorded
It's a
it.
20-year anniversary.
And I think it's good because, I mean, it sounds like new Lacuna Coil doing Comalize, and at the same time I appreciate that, but it'll never be as good as that original. That original, I don't know, there's just the old Lacuna Coil sound is something I miss. The more echoey, the more, not that, they got more genty riffs nowadays,
Right, yeah.
way more heavier drums
the
nowadays.
Comalize had a production that was like lessened down. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
so overdone.
Even the one after Comalize, like for a little while, I need to find out where this transition happened.
Truth.
Because it blows me away
It was
how
the Truth album. Once
Truth?
Truth, like you could tell the difference between. I don't remember the album that was before Truth, but I do remember Truth was the album where they started transitioning to the newer stuff because it was how I know what you're getting.
I think they work as a really good heavy band like they are now.
Yeah.
But I just miss that old sound. That
I
old
think Truth is where it
true
started.
gothy
Because
metal
Truth was the
sound.
album where they put on Guitar Hero.
But I do appreciate the
whatever
fact
that-
that they bundled it with the original.
Right.
Because I still have the original up there, but I bought that version as well, just because I wanted to hear what they did with it. And they did. I liked how they swapped the vocals. Like there are parts where she sang on the original that he sings, and there are parts where he sang on the original that she sings on this one. So I mean, like they did a full overhaul on
Yeah.
that, and I thought it was interesting. It wasn't like going back to a remaster or going back to a re-recorded album that, is verbatim like the original album. Like Dog Fashion Disco has re-recorded albums to get the rights back. But more or less they still sound the same. Other bands have done that a lot. They will re-record older shit to reclaim the rights, and they don't really change a thing. So this was a more interesting idea behind that. And I really applaud it. Really applaud it.
Alright, we're almost done. So, for the popular bands, Nothing More, they released a new album.
They're kind of cool.
They're a kind of cool band. I like their last two albums. This one was it's fine. And that's really, I don't remember a lot of it. Like, there's a few songs on there that are kind of catchy, but it's fine. But it's memorable because I wasn't disappointed in it, but I mean, it was like, I listened to it. I give it props. But that's about it. Moving on. So there's another guy, soloist called Missio or Missio. He's got a lot of. He's kind of pop, but he's kind of like in the grounds of like indie rock and indie pop at the same time. So like he uses a lot of different types of instruments, and how he sings in certain songs are really ear catching. Like you're like, oh, I like what he did there, kind of thing. And I'll have to show it to you. There's a couple songs that are really just phenomenal songs, and the rest of it's kind of like, yeah, it's okay. But it's a new band, new artist, I should say. He has a couple albums, but I've only listened to this one. It's called Villain, and I recommend it if you wanna kind of see a little bit more indie pop kind of style. I think he's Italian or something too, so he's not part of the U.S. I think so, if I remember right. Buried Alive. If you like YouTube channels, Buried Alive, the dude's been doing stuff for 10 years now. He
Never heard of him.
You never heard of him? You would love this shit. So this dude, he does all his stuff. Like he does drums through the computer, and his guitar work is fucking phenomenal. He does all the tweedly deedlies kind of sounds, jit stuff. But he has like the
kill switch.
The kill switch, and how he does it though, like he plays it like a DJ. Like, he plays his whole guitar like he's fucking just doing a DJ stuff to it. And, I mean, it's heavy. It's fucking, like I said, his guitar work is fantastic. And he even had a guitar specifically made for him. What's funny is, every one of his, or a lot of his albums, he's called Buried Alive. And he always bases all his songs names off of fruit in some way. So, it's just like his whole album art is a bear and fruit combined kind of thing, buried, alive. But like his names of his songs on his first album, I remember a lot of his songs were like peanut butter and jelly or something like that. But it was like just this heavy, weird. But like you like gent, you like prog, you like heavy metal. I mean, it's a guy to listen to. Like I said, he does all his stuff solo though. So I found him on YouTube a couple years ago. But yeah, it's good stuff. But like I said, nothing. That's what it was. But you'd like it. I think if you like the Tweedly Deedly kind of style, Olivia and all those other guys that they're just guitar work. It's pretty much. He's an excellent guitarist. I'm surprised he didn't put it on. Did you the Hue? Are they anywhere on your list? If they're not, I'm surprised because I'm not a huge.
Yeah, they're all on my list. Yeah.
Okay.
Travis' list is gonna have Rammstein, Ailstorm,
Yeah, I know.
Zeal and Ardor.
Yeah, so is mine. So I like the Hue. I told you when I heard it, it was very uplifting.
Yeah, it's
right?
a real positive sound.
It's a very positive sound. Like it's a major
good hard
key
rock.
For a Chinese band.
Good hard rock.
I guess so. I mean,
Harak.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was I don't know. I mean, it was the Hue. I mean, it was I wanted to just get up and kind of that's where it gave me an uplifting feel. It was very a happy album. I don't know how.
That's how the other one sounded too. Yeah. This one is not too different than that first album.
But I enjoyed it. But it didn't make my top because I'm not the biggest fan. I heard it and then I was never went back to it really. So another Machine Head had a new album come out.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I like Machine Head, but it was Machine Head again. It was one of those albums that didn't do anything new, didn't do nothing special. I guess it's a good album. If you like Machine Head, check it out. If you haven't.
Speaking of Machine Head, Bush had a new album last year too.
Nobody cares.
Wow, really?
Well, their last one that came out actually was good in 2020. That one actually really was good.
I remember hearing the
King.
Has it? I don't know. Oh no, yeah, that one.
One has that ballerina on the cover. The one that's got.
Yeah.
That sounded like
that blue and purple lady or some shit.
Well, it's in black. It's in sepia.
Yeah, that weird.
Yeah, I haven't listened. I listened to that one, I think,
yeah.
but I don't remember it too much. Another popular radio band, I Prevail, came out with a new album.
Yeah.
I like it,
I've
but
never really checked
it's
them out.
it has a good new metal sound kind of to it. Like they rap a lot. Like they have a screamer who raps in it. I mean, it is radio metal though. It has the gentiness that everyone hates and loves, and I liked it. I enjoyed it enough to put it on there. Soilwork had a new album come out.
God damn.
Yeah, they've been on it actually. They've released one almost every year or two. A while. It's called Overgiven Het or Hate. It's Hete, so it's weird. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's some fucking language, German or something.
Haiti.
So Overgiven Het. Overgiven. I don't know. This probably has a in there somewhere, but I don't know. I saw Soilwork live years when I was young. I think I was like 19, and I hated it. Like they suck live to me. But that was we were also at the Masquerade, and they sounded awful. Like the sound was terrible. Like they're one of those bands to me. Like yeah, they come out with awesome albums. They're really well produced. Live though, I did not like it. I didn't care for it at all. And that was the Guar. They played with Guar.
Man, that's cool.
So last one before the actual 20 is Blind Guardian came out with a new album. It was not bad enough to be disappointing, but it was just boring. It was the Blind Guardian.
This is Blind Guardian doing Blind Guardian.
It wasn't like, it didn't like, they haven't really released anything recently that I've really wanted to jump into. I loved their old stuff from like the early 2000s. But like that's when me and Travis found them. Like when we were hanging out, I actually showed them to you.
About 20 years ago.
Yeah, so like
we first started checking out Dragon Force.
Dragon Force when they were good. I mean, they're still talented, but their stuff sounds like all the same stuff. And they it's just yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I think I loved that Blind Guardian and the Twilight Orchestra album just because of how theatrical it is. And, I love the shit out of that. And when I get something like that, it's kind of hard to go back to the sort of original sound because I'm like expecting them to have orchestras in there, and it's like, all right, it's a good power metal album, but I don't know, the Twilight Orchestra album just, man, that and it reminds Twilight Orchestra reminds me of what is it, Nightfall in Middle Earth?
Yeah.
Is it that one? Where you've got the characters speaking to each other, so you got like this extra stuff going on.
Right, yeah.
And it reminds me of that album, but without guitars. So before I go to my honorable mentions, I want a cigarette. Okay, y'all, we are back. So I'm gonna go through my honorable mentions and a few EPs. But honorable mention is Matt Pike. Was it Matt Pike versus the Automaton? Everybody knows he is the main guy from Sleep and High on Fire, and this album sounds a lot like High on Fire, and I didn't put it on the list because it sounds a lot like High on Fire. There wasn't a lot that was too memorable for me, except for this kind of barroom country song that was really cool, which I think doom metal, because even Sleep on their Holy Mountain album, there was that song, I think it was called Some Grass. It was like this doomy bluegrass jam for a minute. And I'm like, you can do some cool southern shit in the realm of doom metal that nobody really fucks with too much. But that was good. There was also Korn. That's an honorable mention because it's Korn. It's fucking Korn by the numbers. It is. It's them sleepwalking through the shit. It's not a disappointment because I am beyond being disappointed by this band. I know what I'm getting into nowadays. I know what it's gonna sound like, but it gets a level up because of the little nostalgia bomb with the scatting bit. But also there's that bit I mentioned on our review. I forgot the song, but where it sounds like Typo Negative. If you would change Jonathan Davis's voice and switch it with a deep voiced guy, it would sound like Typo Negative. But moving on, Bloody Wood. This is a band from India that the album was really cool. I loved the sort of the
new metal.
I liked the new metal vibes and the sort of the Bollywood nature of the music and the Indian instruments in there. Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff. The lyrics though were kind of fucking cheesy. God, what does he say? Like,
It's a new metal album, okay?
I mean, this
That's
is
what
like
it
this
was.
is beyond new metal cheese though. Like a line like he's like, you know, says something on the lines of, you know, come at me. It's gonna be like WWE and UFC or something like that. It was so fucking silly. But
Like
I mean,
Limp Bizkit's never said anything.
right?
more
Yeah,
cheap-
yeah.
less
And I'm not
cheesy.
saying Limp Bizkit is great fucking lyrics either, but it's like man, that was just so cheesy to me. But it was a good album. Next one is Church of the Cosmic Skull. I really wanted to put this on the list, but it kind of felt like a step backwards, man. Church of the Cosmic Skull is fantastic, but I think I liked the one before it a little more than this one. They're a band you might dig. They got this. A buddy of mine said it best. They are opposite Ghost, where this band keeps bigger on the 70s rock and metal vibe, but the lyrics are like these vague, uplifting lyrics, and they're supposed to be like this cult, but you don't really know what they're worshiping. They all wear this white. Their music videos are hilarious because they have cult vibes to them. They look like they're shot, you know, by a real shitty cameraman and stuff, but the album before it, man, God, what is the name of that album? I think it's like We're All Gonna Die or Everybody's Gonna Die. Where are the C's? C's here.
Get you a label maker.
Yeah.
Just label each part of your shelf with the letter letter.
Okay, yeah. Everybody's Going to Die, the last album. Man, that album is so fucking good, y'all. But this new one's fine. There Is No Time, I believe is the name of the album. But there's bits where it'll sound like Sabbath meets ABBA, and they're fucking rad. And then next we have Muse. The new Muse album is it's not disappointing. It's just it's just Muse doing. It's the most Muse album that Muse has mused. Because I get it. The album is very unfocused. I get it, but the idea is the label wanted a greatest hits album. They said we don't want to do that, so we'll make a fake greatest hits, and we'll do songs in every style that we've ever done before. So it would be like a greatest hits. So yeah, it makes sense. This has Muse for everybody. If you want your Queen song, here's your Queen song. You want your metal songs, here's your really good metal songs. If you want a dancey song, here's a dancey song. If you want a ballady song, here's a ballady song. It does not go above and beyond, and I will say it didn't need to, but at the same time, kind of wish it did, because it sort of feels stagnant. It doesn't reach the highs of Drones. I know a lot of people didn't really like Simulation Theory, but I liked it a lot. But I liked what it did. But you know, Muse to me, this is just Muse doing everything. It's a perfect little mediocre Muse album. It doesn't go above and beyond, but it doesn't suck. What's on there is really, really good. But it's nothing I haven't heard them do before. So next is Flogging Molly. The reason it's not on the list is because I don't remember much about it, but thing is when it dropped, I wasn't vibing that style at the time, so I listened to it a few times and then moved on, and have yet to go back. Not that it sucked or anything, or didn't grab my attention. Like I said, I wasn't vibing on that style at the time. Next one is Black Braid. This band is it's a one-man project. It's a black metal band with Native American roots. There's a lot of cool shit happening in the realm of black metal right now, and Black Braid is one of them, but I don't think the album did much that I haven't heard from other bands that like Untamed Land, who throw a Western music vibe into the black metal. This guy throws in some, like I said, some Native American music in there, and it's really good, but I'm like, maybe you can do something a little different. This is his first album. We're going to see where he goes. We'll see what happens next. After this, we have the new Father John Misty. That's a phenomenal album. An album that hits the that golden age of Hollywood vibe. So good. 1920s-ish, 30s kind of jazz stuff. Really, really fucking good. But I haven't been back to it. Like I said, there was just so much shit that was catching my attention. So many different vibes I had last year that other things, spoke to me more. And it's a fine, damn good album. So. And then the last honorable mention is the new Dropkick Murphys. That is This Machine Still Kills Fascists, which part 2 is coming out next month. Now, it's a great album. It is, but and it's
Listen to that on the way here.
It's a bunch of Woody Guthrie songs that I believe, were never recorded. So they took the lyrics, they made music to them. Which same thing they did. Woody Guthrie wrote they found the lyrics for Ship It Up to Boston. That's a Woody Guthrie song that they put music to, and so they just did that for a whole album. And the thing is Woody Guthrie's great. The stuff he sings about is the same kind of stuff Dropkick sing about. So it fits. It sounds like a Dropkick Murphys album, but I do like the fact that it's a mostly pretty much all acoustic album. And that's what this next one's going to be like too. Plus, Al Barr is not on this album, which is sad, but he's trying to help some sick family members. But Ken Casey is my favorite singer in the group, so I'm just kind of happy to hear Ken Casey all over a Dropkick Murphys album. Not a stick to Al Barr, because I think both of them, their back and forth is great. But like I said, Ken is my favorite singer of the group, so I'm happy with that. So now a couple EPs to go over. The Dead South dropped 2 EPs, which were great. One is I think 7 songs of bluegrass standards that they covered, which were really good. Then the second one, which to me is the more I love the bluegrass album, but this next one is the more interesting one. They did bluegrass southern covers of other shit. God, what is it? Dead South, where are we at? Okay, it should be over here. I got dope, shit, scoot over, dude.
Said get out of the video.
Get out of the way. I'm looking for, there's Deftones, so there's Dead now. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. You have a cover of Chop Suey. I always forget the name of Chop Suey. You got a cool bluegrass cover of Chop Suey, People Are Strange, from The Doors. You have Yahoos and Triangles, which is, the King of the Hill theme song. Help Me Scrape the Mucus Off My Brain by Ween, which is really cool. And then one that is really good, 96 Quite Bitter Beings from CKY. And it's a really cool cover. It's really cool just hearing that, bluegrass styles of heavier shit. Really good EPs. I don't know why they're separate. I get it because it's 2 different things. One's bluegrass standards and one's, more metal-y songs. But that Ween song is actually a country song off of their country album. The next EP is Primus's Conspiranoid, which is like, it's 3 tracks. One is the big 12, 14 minute little prog thing. I'm not gonna lie, that's the thing, that's supposed to be what allures you to the album, what draws you in, which to me is my least favorite bit off of that EP is, it just sounds like Primus doing Pink Floyd, it just it has heavy Pink Floyd vibes, but I'm like, yeah, it kind of gets boring because it's like you got your cool proggy jam and then the singing part, then the cool proggy jam, then the singing part. And it kind of gets a little boring for me, but the other 2 songs are more on the lines of normal Primus shit. Oh shit, my phone's about to die. Then we have Catacombs, which is actually Amigo the Devil's Sister. This is cool, very southerny kind of stuff. Not as dark and depressing as Amigo as I would like, but she's cool in her own way. And then Poppy Stagger, her new little EP from last year, really good. Kind of still on the same lines of her Veruca Salt and Jack Off Jill's vibes from Flux. And she's just dropped a new song, Church Outfit, which is phenomenal. So let's see where she goes with her next full release. So I need to get the charger.
And we're back.
All right, we are back. My my phone is charging. This is why pencil and paper never goes out of style.
Doesn't die.
So since I'm letting my phone charge for the moment, we'll start on your list. So we're gonna go back and forth, David, then me, and David, and me, and let's do this.
Alright, so I have the number 20. I can't say anything more than what you said about Muse. So, like, it's Muse. You know, I liked the album, but it almost didn't make the top 20, but I was like, I liked it more than the rest of those. Or I listened to it more, I should say, more often.
I listened to it a lot when it first dropped.
Liberty, what was it? Liberty...
We Are Fucking Fucked is so good.
Yeah, that was fun.
You know, Muse is one of those bands that, like, they are not a metal band, but god damn it, if they don't have some great metal songs.
They do they have a lot of good riffs. And, you know, I enjoyed Will of the People. That was a fun song and shit. Like, I mean,
yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. If you want your, we're not gonna conform to your rules song, or your vague government, or whoever you're talking about, that's on there too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun album. I enjoyed it enough. It's a Muse album, like you said, so I don't really have too much more to say because you said it all. So, I mean, pretty much what Travis said is true. I mean, everything about it was like, it's a damn good album, but it's
not. It didn't need to go above and beyond.
It was short too. It was only like 9 songs.
Yeah, it's doing what it needed to do. I mean,
but
let's hope that the next Muse album, yeah, because this is a band that went from showbiz that just sounded like some Radiohead stuff to becoming one of the more interesting rock bands of the past 20 years. And they're still interesting. It's just, you know, this album, it was meant to be this way. It was supposed to sound like a greatest hit. So here's something every Muse fan can enjoy.
Yeah, I think the next one will probably be like...
I hope they, you know, because every album kind of reinvented, you know, they always kind of just pushed their idea
They had that synth pop kind of rock album,
I mean,
and then the one before that,
classical dubstep. Just they played with a lot of. They were.
I love that dubstep out. The fucking
with
the dubstep stuff.
They were a real experimental band, and this album just, as opposed to experimenting with music, they experimented with album structure or album sequencing, which is an interesting idea, all in its own right. But I hope the next one.
Right. I mean, with the Muse though, you never know. Like,
you never know.
That's the thing I love about Muse is that, you know, every album.
Even when they drop a single, you still don't know. It's like this could be the only song that sounds like this on this album.
Right.
Like,
and sometimes it is.
I still like Drones is still my favorite album because I like Simulation, but it's not better. Drones for some reason hits all the right marks for me, especially for like a more guitar album.
Yeah, the one before that,
like Handler was one of my favorite songs on there.
It is epic, epic.
But yeah, that was my number 20.
All right, so I guess my number 20 is Alestorm. I hate that this is so low. It's 7th rum of a 7th rum. It is. I will say, there are things I love about this album. The fact that Alestorm, it's no lie that they have been incredibly more on the silly side in the past couple albums, which I enjoy. I don't mind the silly shit.
It's a pirate band.
Yeah, I mean, how serious do you want these guys to be? And now, this album it's kind of half and half. You've got some more older Alestorm style tracks that are a little more serious, and you've got the real funny, silly shit. You know, it's kind of in there. It's balanced a little more. And one thing I like is a nice sort of a fuck you to the people that hated Tortuga, because I like Tortuga a lot for its little island hip hop vibe. Like, I mean, why not? Why not, right? And Yarface, Captain Yarface's little rap.
It's just so out of place in the whole album.
It's so out of place.
So out of place.
I love it, right? Welcome to the sea. Welcome to the sea. Like, it's so fucking great, right? So when I saw the track list and I was seeing Return to Tortuga, I'm like, oh man, is this gonna be like another big island fucking thing? They better get Yarface back in there. This is gonna be epic. So when I hear the album, it's the same song, but it's a metal version. It's a normal Ailstorm fucking pirate metal version of Tortuga. So it's a nice fuck you to the people who's like, oh, you didn't like the island hip hop version? Well, here's the metal version for all you whiny fucks. And what I like is they get Yarface back too.
The joke's on them. It was good.
But it just sounded like normal Ailstorm. So that's why I appreciate the hip hop version better. It's so out of left field. It's like, what are you guys doing? It's like, what the fuck is this? But man, did that not jam? That was a fucking bop. I loved it. But the album was great, and then I highly recommend getting the deluxe edition because they got a few. Well, you have one. It's an acoustic version of the album, which is really good. I remember years ago.
Dark one.
Yeah, they do the dog thing
one
again. And I'm like, you did this, you know, with No Grave But the Sea.
That was my favorite album, though.
That was
my favorite
so
album.
good. But you know, so to me, the better deluxe version is the acoustic version, because I remember years ago when they did Sunset on the Golden Age, and the bonus disc had a few acoustic versions of older Ailstorm tracks. And I was like, man, if they do a little more,
It's cool. It sounds
stuff,
more. It sounds more
piratey,
genuine.
more piratey with the acoustic. Like the last album
Break
did
out the harmonic, the
little
the
accordions
squeeze box
and stuff.
accordion, and
You know,
guitars.
and the last album did the deluxe edition with the 8-bit chip tune kind of version of the album, which was really cool. But this one, you know, those are novelty. But this one, the deluxe edition, I can listen to that acoustic one all the way through and genuinely enjoy it, not for novelty's sake.
I skipped the dog fucking one.
The dog
I don't
shit.
Even, I don't even download that.
Right, dude. The
You hear
dog
it
shit.
once, that's good enough.
The dog shit is a fun joke, you know. But you can't sit there and listen to all of that. That whole you know, it's like, oh my god, it's so annoying. But
They
yeah.
just had to play with the Casio keyboard. That's what they did. You know, they had a Casio. They recorded that shit.
But great album. I hate that it's so low, but it's like it's Ailstorm doing Ailstorm. It's not going above and beyond. It's just doing what I want them to do. Right now they are the type of band I call it same shit, different album, and I am not bored yet with this same shit, different album. Next,
Horror.
oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
man, I hate that
I
it's
just
so
jumped
low
on
on yours.
Well-
you just jumped on them.
Well, because I mean, when you told me about him like a year ago,
Oh my god.
when
My
this
favorite
album
thing-
came out, that's
Man,
when
my
I
favorite
jumped
thing
out.
in hip hop. I first heard them back in 2019, I believe.
I think when
Oh
we were
my God.
doing either the Ghost video last year, or we were talking about the new Ghost album, or we were doing one video last year. You mentioned to him, and that's when you're like, yeah, you should check out, because that's when the album came out. It was right after that, I think, right after the album came out. So I enjoyed it. I've been listening to it throughout the year though, which is why it's on my top 20. It's not just-
That was great. What was it, a song two, or what was it? Techno shit. That fucking techno shit. Oh my god, dude, I love that album.
I enjoyed the album. I like Corey Taylor being on it. I thought
Yeah, that was a
he
great
fucking
little
brought,
cameo.
He actually brought a lot to it, like too, which is really good. And then Saul, can't remember his last name. He's from. There's a band called Saul. I think that's where he's from though too. But I can't remember the song name now. But that's really good. I don't know. I listen to it. That's one of the albums that when it comes on, I'll listen to it. Like when the songs come on and stuff, and that's a lot of things like bands that I'll just skip through kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay, or I'll listen to it. It's kind of in the background, but when horror comes on, I'll listen to it, and that's probably much a lot of the people on my list, at least in the between 20 and 10, are kind of like, I've listened to them more. I
Yeah,
didn't really do a lot
yeah.
of research on it, but I enjoyed what I listened to enough to where...
I think this is the one I was just trying to dance to.
Yeah, and I like how they're very experimental with how they do things too. And it's not boring. You know, I've enjoyed I think a lot of the last couple of years I've just been getting into a lot of bands that do, or groups or artists that do newer stuff. I'm tired of hearing the same shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some bands like obviously you're gonna hear the same shit and you're gonna like it or you're not. But I think a lot of the bands that the newer to me that I'm getting into now they're doing something different with their style, or if it's something that's been used in other people's songs, it's in a different way of some sort.
Yeah.
Different sound
Like,
effects.
I've heard this before, but what are you doing with it?
Right. So I think like Horror is one of those bands they've kind of gone
it's
experimental with
the
it.
most interesting shit in hip hop right now for me. Like, especially the way they add the rock and the metal and the punk. And they're doing it more interesting than other bands have done it in the past, and they're a little more interesting than what a lot of bands are doing right now for me. Because like all that, who's that popular fucking band? The guy was in prison for a second.
It's Falling Reverse.
Yeah, Falling Reverse. Like, that's a style of like the rap and the metal that's like annoying as shit to me.
I enjoy that.
Like, it's like
I like Falling Reverse. But have you heard his old stuff though?
No.
Like you would if you like. I mean, you like old school fucking Good Charlotte and.
Not
They have a lot of
really.
like
I'm
emo
not into
punk
that.
rock, emo metal kind of, the screamo.
It's like Oh the Horror. They do like Oh the Horror does some good fucking.
Oh, the horror is like real
They
hit
do-
or miss for me.
They'll do like some albums. They'll do it sounds really good fucking
Yeah.
hip hop, and then the rest of it sounds like screamo.
Yeah, but
It's
Falling
really
Reverse.
weird.
So prior
That's
to
how Falling the Reverse feels. to
yeah,
me.
so I like Falling in Reverse. Their old stuff was really like punk rock, like punk metal, kind of like screamo and
It's like
stuff.
AFI.
Yeah,
AFI used to be punk rock.
It's
and
kinda
then they
like-
became more. Well, they became
so
Miss Murder.
He did some rapping in some of their older stuff. He had his. It was basically when like Black Veil Brides got big and all those Attack and a lot of the screamo metal bands that came out that popular in the early 2000s.
I was not into
Well,
yeah,
it.
I did. I
You'd
jumped
like
hard
to have
into
them back
those.
nowadays.
I jumped hard into a lot of the hardcore like screamo
Good Charlotte,
bands.
come on, you'd be like, you know what?
I'm missing
What?
out.
I'll
See,
stop
the
and
thing
listen
is,
to Good Charlotte
with
now.
Ronnie, with him as an artist though, he does try different things though. Like yeah, he does the speed rap kind of thing with his newest single that just dropped. But
That music video's weird.
I love the music video.
It's so cool. It looks
He's
like a
fucking-
Star Wars bullshit.
The thing is that lyrically, he's dissing like the cancel culture. He's
He is.
dissing Disney, especially the video. He's just like, you know, the videos are fucking nuts. Like that's all he does. They spend all the money into one song, one video, and like the video is all over the place. He's fucking nuking people at the end of it with his fucking laser eyes. I mean, I loved it. I mean, he redoes a lot of his older stuff, kind of thing. Like his song "I'm Not a Vampire," you know that it was very punk rock, like "I'm not a vampire, but I feel like one." But now he slowed it down, put piano to it. It's got an orchestra, a chorus to it now on his New Year's style version. So he's doing stuff with like the rap and everything. Like he's not just sticking to a certain style.
emo kids grew up. Got better.
Super. When it comes to being an artist, he's super intelligent. And the reason why he went to jail is because he beat some dude fucking almost to death with a fucking mic stand. I mean, that's hardcore. So, like, he didn't kill him. But
Somebody else did. I mean, wasn't he like an accessory or
no,
something?
he never died. The guy never died, but he put his ass in the hospital.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so he had a year and a half in jail or something. But he does his songs though are all kind of like all over the place. Like they have some orchestra, they do rap, he does metal, he does punk rock in it. He adds in like little things that you'd like him. I think you'd actually need to like listen to him a little bit better. Like the last 5 songs.
It'd be a hit
'Cause
and
he
miss.
doesn't have a new
thing.
out. They don't have
It'd
albums.
have something you'd like and things you
Right,
don't like.
he's only released singles in the last couple of years.
He's like everyone else, yeah. everything's been a single. You
Yeah,
go like look at his
but
page. It's
I
like
think
new release. It's
He
a single
did. He
song.
did a few years ago. He did a 3-song EP, and then he dropped another 3-song EP, and each song is connected somehow to the last song, right? And then the next one is each song is different from the last 3 songs,
Now it's
but
Watch
it's
the World
connected
Burn
to
is
the
new
next
one.
2 songs. So they're all kind of interconnected with each other. So I think there's a lot of intelligence behind his music.
Although Watch the World Burn is actually pretty good.
It's a fucking sick video.
It
Like,
is
you
really
probably
cool.
like the video. But yeah, so that's 19.
Alright.
Even though I talked more about it, because I'm a
Talk
fan
more
of
about some
Brawl Ball in
goddamn that
reverse.
shit.
Sorry.
My number 19 is KMFDM, Hyena. It's low because it's another same shit different album band, and what I like is the fact that they are very self-aware about that. I mean, it just sounds like good old KMFDM, and you know everybody can complain till the end of times about the band will never be good without Inesh, and you know the band kind of sounds a little samey after Inesh left, but Sasha K kept it going, him and Lucia, and you know they did sound the same for a little while, but the newer stuff is kind of breaking the mold a little bit. And this one, I do like the fact that they brought that was it Andrew Ocelot guy to rap on a track again, because he rapped on the last album on a track, and I was like, man, for all these years I've been like, KMFDM would do really good with some rap on a song, and some better rap than what that guy was doing on their UAIOE album with the Lovin' is an Art, whatever that guy was doing.
Oh,
For
for
the
the Linderman album that's hip hop.
What?
That actually might be cool.
What
I was
now?
thinking, because you know, Holly, you're talking about bands
Linderman
doing
hip hop
something.
album.
Linderman always does something different. He needs to do a fucking.
Didn't he rap
a
in one of his songs too? Like on his
I would love to hear a rap.
his new
rap album.
wasn't his new solo. He had like a hip hop song or some semi. It was either yeah, I swear he had like this mathematics. He was like mathematics. What was that song from? He did that on either his solo album or it
I don't
was.
know, we'll figure that out eventually.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's a fine KMFDM album. If you're a fan, you've already checked it out. But yeah, it's low because same shit, different album, but still not bored.
Cool. So 18, Dog Fashion Disco's cult classic. I enjoyed listening to it. My problem is that I haven't listened to it enough to be any higher than 18. It's in Dog Fashion Disco. You got me. Or no, I found.
When you showed me
Who was
Polka Dot Cadaver,
That's it. I found
I
them,
was
and then
like,
you told me
man,
about Dog Fashion Disco.
yeah, because I was like, this is the fucking Dog Fashion guy, you know? And I've been a fan of Dog Fashion for a long time, but I just recently started buying up their shit. But I had first heard Dog Fashion back, hell, 2008-ish, 2009-ish, when
Yes,
I was
yeah,
checking out Stolen Babies.
You told me about it.
Yeah, see, but I didn't think you would be into that because of how wild that shit gets.
I like
it. Was
it. I mean,
real different than what
I don't care
you
for
were
Stolen
into at the
Babies.
time.
Stolen Babies to
Stolen
me.
Babies is phenomenal.
I think when I listen
That's
to
like heavy metal Oingo Boingo.
I like Stolen Babies to a point, but I think they're too much annoying to me. But
Yeah,
I can't deal with the
that's gonna
vocals.
be on Travis' list too.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed the Dog Fashion Disco album. Like I said, I mean they do stuff different. Like, and that's what I've been into like lately. The last couple years is just I'm not looking for any of the samey shit. Like I'll listen to the samey shit.
Then definitely
But I
go
really
back
like-
and listen to some earlier Dog Fashion.
Number
I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I mean I fucking downloaded like all on my phone. I just listen to them now.
Shit is so good.
Number
But-
11 on Travis'.
Yeah, I heard the
Fashion
polka
Disco.
dot one.
Their new one.
Do what?
I was just trying to Dog
Just trying
Fashion
to
Disco.
guess.
Where Travis, I know it's on his list. Dog Fashion Disco's new album. I said number 11, somewhere about in the middle.
He's calling number 11.
I'm 9.
We'll see.
going 9.
You're going 9?
I'm going 9.
It was a good album.
I actually don't remember where it's at.
But yeah, so you probably will have more to say about it when you get to it.
Yeah,
Oh,
come
well,
let
it's
you
a good-
have the floor on this
it's a
one.
good album.
Yeah,
I don't want to take over.
Like I said, it's high up there because I haven't listened to it enough. But I enjoyed it. It's better than all the they're just fine, because it's not just fine. It's a fucking excellent album. It's just me. Like I just haven't given it enough listens to really have. And plus, like I said, I'm just now kind of getting into Dog Fashion. Like not getting into it, but listening to them. So I haven't
Just
really
gotta
dived
beat that
into
dead
it
horse
enough to
again.
really know much.
That's the album that gets almost everyone in there. It was just so good.
What's
Beating
that?
the dead horse to
Beating
death
the dead horse to
again.
death again.
But you know,
Baby Satan.
See, even like with Polka Dot Cadaver, like
I love that shit.
the best
that was
album
so
is
good.
the first one. The,
Yeah.
Zombie Dance Party or something. Like that's the best Polka Dot.
They're still a
album.
fun
That
band.
and the Christmas one. The Christmas album is really good too.
I haven't heard the Christmas one.
Fucking the other ones, they kind of stick a little more metal, and to me they don't do enough different shit
Right.
like Dog Fashion or El Creepo does.
Oh, El Creepo, my God.
El
That's-
Creepo's
That
awesome.
is out there. That's awesome.
It'll be like half a country album and half a metal album. Like it's so fucking good.
It's like Hang 3.
Yeah,
Moving
in a
on.
way.
Yeah.
So my next one, we have my number 18 is Guar. The
Yeah.
dark, was it the Dark Ages? What was that called? You know, I'm gonna be fucked up on these album titles. I'm sorry, but
I haven't liked Gorse.
it's a
I
good.
listened to Guar in years.
Thing is like Blothar.
It'll
This
never
is-
be the same.
Yeah, it'll never be the same. And
Yeah,
I'm
you
so-
don't have Dave Brocky. We're
What
sorry.
I am glad though is with they did it with the last album when Blothar came in. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite era of Guar is from Hello all the way through We Kill Everything. I absolutely love We Kill Everything, and now that is blasphemy to purist Guar fans, but I love the shit out of it. That album. Had a pop punk song before pop punk was a massive hit. I love the Guar that where you had no idea where any album was gonna go. Different genres, all kinds of different stuff, and I loved how sick and disgusting and stupid they could get when Dave was singing. But yeah,
The
everybody.
writing was so silly. That's what's so good about it. It was like Green
Yeah.
Jello-esque.
Right, very green
Goofy.
jello-y, and like everybody hated "Will We Kill Everything." That was like that was like people saying, "All right, Carnival of Chaos we can handle. Now you're going a little too fucking far. We miss our metal shit." And so Guar went back to really good fucking metal. Like Violence Has Arrived all the way to the final album with Dave. They're all really good albums, but they all kind of sound the same. Violence Has Arrived, War Party. I love the shit out of Beyond. Is it Beyond Hell? And then Lust in Space is really good. They're all really good metal albums, but they are not my favorite kind of Guar.
You know,
Baby
I like the
Raper.
Dave Brocky experience more.
Yeah, and see that's what happened.
Yeah.
He did, yeah, exactly, because you know
That
he
shit was so
did the
funny.
Dave Rocky shit to sort of make up for we'll do the silly shit with Dave Rocky experience, and we'll let Guar be a little more serious. And I like that Guar stuff too, but I started to get bored. I mean, I was like, they're all sounding the same, but there's good shit. But my favorite era, Hello, all the way through We Kill Everything. And
We
so
Kill
what I
Everything
like
is my favorite.
is the fact that with the Blothar era of Guar, they sound nothing like the last several albums with Dave. They kind
It's a
of
good
go
thing.
back to they kind of go back
Do
to
their own
the
thing.
different genre stuff. Like when they with the album that they came back with, Blood of the Gods, that you had a fucking doom song at the beginning of it, and then it plays with a lot of different styles, and then this one kind of does too, and it even gives you a long form, proggy kind of song, which, I mean, it stretches it. That's a stretch because you have a long atmospheric like battle noises, which is kind of don't really go anywhere, but I appreciate it. Then you have a song with Lizzie Hale that's really cool. Lizzie Hale has popped up on a lot of different stuff here recently, and it's like I've never really checked out Hailstorm, but she's appearing on a lot of other artists that I like. So maybe she's someone I need to check out a little more.
Only
But,
by accident. He
yeah.
was looking up Hailstorm. He's kind of
Yeah. And so I mean, it's a good album, but it's never gonna be the Guar that I love. But I do like that.
Dogs of the universe.
Yeah, I do like that it's doing different things. It's not trying to be the Guar of before. It's just moving forward, and that's all it needs to be.
Baby Raper.
All right.
You are next.
My number 17, even though I did put it on disappointing, Slipknot's the End So Far.
So a disappointment made it on your list.
It's still what it's.
It didn't even make
gonna
it the bottom
on
of the list.
It made it towards almost.
So it really
the bottom.
wasn't that disappointing, was it?
It was disappointing for a Slipknot album, but like I said, it was still a good album. And I have listened to it more often than the other ones.
We're proud of you, son, but you're still a disappointment to your parents.
Exactly. Like, you gave me a grade of a C plus, maybe a B minus. You know, it was. There's a few songs that I liked it more than the. Like, I really enjoyed
Shackleton,
Adderall.
Rad.
See,
Rad.
That song
That
kicks
was great.
ass.
Yeah,
Right,
that
I really
Shackleton,
enjoyed
Rad.
Adderall. I enjoyed. Oh, what the fuck was it? They had a couple, like the one song where he had. What's that Adderall? The one where you had like a bluesy kind of. There's a
I
song
haven't
that-
heard anything
Well,
but
there's a-
Chapel Town. And then
okay.
the other song that had the music video right before the album dropped. Forgot even what that one was called.
And like, Finale, that was a really good song. Like, it's really good, slower Slipknot song, but it had some heavy parts to it. There was another one, De Soul, De Soul, and that was really good. But then, like, there were like just a lot of them that just sucked. So it was like they were aiming for Slipknot. Like, it could have been anything. It could have been a Stone Sour album. Is how bad, like, to me. Because he doesn't do a lot of screaming in this album. Like, there's only like 3 or 4 songs that actually like really like gets heavy in his vocals, but he does a lot of singing and stuff. And I was like,
I got mad about people saying that,
He
too.
did get mad.
He got pissy when people
Well, of
said,
course he get
"This
pissy."
just sounds like Stone Sour."
It did. It sounded like I hate to say it. Like, it sound like I like Corey Taylor as a singer.
I've been saying that for years
I
about
think-
other albums.
I think
So, like,
Corey
it just
Taylor-
sounds like Stone Sour featuring the rest of the band of Slipknot.
I mean, the last album was phenomenal.
Oh no, it
Like,
was, but just saying, for a while
You know,
there,
it's
it was
just-
everything was sounding like Stone Sour, which I like Stone Sour, but I listen to Slipknot. Stone Sour.
yeah, I
for
mean,
different reasons.
I like Stone Sour, but you can definitely tell like this album was. Look, we need to just give him some songs to leave Roadrunner. I think I have hopes for the next album though, because I think like Clowns said that they're probably just going to release singles, which I hope they don't. Like, I really like having the Slipknot albums themselves.
And they've been talking about releasing that unreleased album that
I don't
was
want to hear
recorded.
it. It's all experimental shit.
I
It's not
want
good.
to hear it. I want to hear
I
it. But
think it's
I
gonna be
want to. I want to
crap.
know why they haven't released it.
I hope they don't. And if they do,
Like-
I think I hope that they do it for collectors only kind of thing. Like here, we're gonna give you this songs, but with some cool shit that goes with it. I might buy it then. Like, if they have collectible shit to go with it,
Yeah.
right? Like, I really like what they did this time around, where they, even though it was like, you know, where they released the same album but every Slipknot face
Bunch
on
of
it.
different covers.
I
yeah.
think that's cool. I'm not gonna pay $15 per album.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and
cool.
see,
They know there's gonna be dumbasses
but
who
I
do.
got I mean, there are dumbasses that that would.
But see, that's the thing. I would buy the standard cover version because I think it is cool that like you buy all the covers. They all spell Slipknot across the
It's
spine.
different face.
You know, you got a different you got a different face on every cover, but when you have them all lined up, it spells Slipknot through the spine.
Right.
And I think that is really cool. But someone like me, I would have, because I'm not the biggest Slipknot fan. Someone like me, I have to buy the standard album cover because I would get fucking annoyed if I only bought one version of
It
this.
said L.
Yeah, I had a random ass L over there. It would annoy the shit out of me, so I'd have to buy all the other ones just so
Right.
it says Slipknot. Like.
So, but
But I love the fact that they did that because I love shit like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the fact, like, I got
If
to
I was
buy,
a bigger fan of Slipknot, I would buy them all. I damn sure
Guys,
would.
I'm just, I don't have that much money to buy a Slipknot. To waste that much on an album I don't care for that much. Now, I did buy the album, though. I did made sure I purchased the album with Mick Thompson, because Mick Thompson, when I was a kid, he's really one of the reasons why I started playing guitar. You know, even because he was cool looking, right? I mean, I was a big wrestling fan back in the day, and like he reminded me of Kane a lot with that. He was
did
fucking
have Kane vibes.
right. He had a lot of Kane vibes, and I was a big Kane fan as a kid. And then, you know, I started playing guitar though because I was like, he looked fucking cool as shit though. Like his mask, he never changes his mask either. Like it's like little touches, but it's pretty much been the same mask since, you know, he started. And I've always liked that look, that he just looks evil as fuck. Like he would fucking just clothesline your ass and then like stab you in the dark. You know, so I got the Mick Thompson face. I did not open it because I pretty much, you know, I stream all my music. I'm not a collector like Travis. So, but that was something that I was, okay, you know, this is kind of cool. I you know, it's one of my favorite guitarists. So I got that one. But again, like the album was a disappointment. It wasn't, I was hoping for, you know, something a bit, like I like heavy Slipknot. That's why, you know, Iowa is my favorite album. You know,
I think Iowa is almost everybody's favorite album.
yeah, well, you'd be surprised. There are people that will fight you on that. They'll say like Subliminal Verses, which they are choking dick. So
They can go choke on a dick. Yes, they can.
choking on dicks, because that album to
It's
me,
Iowa, self-entitled, and then whatever the fuck you want after that. Yeah, shit. I mean, I do like Subliminal Verse, and I do like Psychosocial,
Yeah, that's
All Hope Is Gone.
and the Great Chapter.
I love the Great Chapter.
The Devil and I is a really good
when
song.
When
I
we
do
talked
like
about it, I told Travis, I remember this, I told Travis that I think that the Great Chapter is actually pretty much the best of all their styles put together into one album.
Absolutely.
Like, it's basically everything they've done.
It's a sampler platter of all
Right,
their
but
songs.
I mean, that's why it's not the number one, obviously, but it's my number, it's my, actually, that's my number 2. And then the self-titled is 3. But we already went through all that years ago. If you want to watch it, you can go back. There's an entire thing without this.
Still stands. Iowa's number 1. Get over it.
Yeah,
I like
so
it.
it goes stands. But yeah,
People
so
eat
that's
the
number
shit.
17. It wasn't good enough to make it top 10, and it definitely wasn't good enough to make it top 15. But it's still Slipknot, and it belongs on top 20.
Plus, you can't beat that album cover, dude. That was so cool.
I really enjoyed the album
the,
cover.
the metal, the foil aluminum cover with the fucking goat on the front. Oh, it's so awesome.
But yeah, so, you know, if you haven't listened to it, you're not a Slipknot fan, so shut the fuck up.
You're not a true maggot.
And you need to listen to it anyway, so you have an opinion.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. So my number 17 is the new Builders and the Butchers album, Hell and High Water. Love the shit out of Builders and the Butchers. Very dark folk band from, I believe, Portland, Oregon, and they just have a cool ass vibe to their sound. And this one's got some, you know, almost, the shit makes me feel sort of depressing, sort of dark, and just a slight bit of hope in there. I like them a lot, the Builders and the Butchers. The album, there's a little more electric guitar stuff going on in it. I'm more used to them being mostly just about all acoustic instruments, but man, is it not a good Southern Sounding album. They're a band that is highly underrated and definitely needs more people checking them out.
Cool.
Yeah.
16, Rammstein. Zeit. I liked their video more, like the video.
Everyone loves Dick and Tin because we all like big boobs.
Dick Titten.
We all love big
Dick
boobs.
Titten.
Dick yeah.
Dick
I love that.
Right. That whole second half of that album though is so good. Like I really didn't
It's
care.
such a
Like
good fucking-
Rammstein's
that's a banger.
like the first few songs, I was like, okay, it's Rammstein. But like that like the last 5 were like my favorites of the album. Like it just kept going, and I was like, I heard Dick Titten, whatever. It's Dick Titten. I don't care. Dick Titten. And then I love that song, but the video for that was fucking. Have you seen the video?
Oh yeah.
Yes, of
The
course we
video
have.
for I Do is so good. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, the machine guns and the falling from fucking heaven or hell going up there or whatever. I don't know. It was all over the place. I was like, that's the coolest fucking video that they have done, I think, in years. But yeah, it's still Rammstein. You know, it's one of those bands, they didn't do anything new. It's fun.
There are slight things that
I mean,
you don't normally hear in Rammstein stuff, but it is Rammstein.
It's
stuff.
Rammstein. So, you know, and I didn't listen. I've listened to it and I enjoyed it, but it was, you know, it's there. It's 16. So go ahead.
My 16 is the Who, the HU.
We talked about it.
We talked about it. It's a you know what's weird is like, you know, it's a good ass album, but yeah, it doesn't do much different than the last one. But I mean, I like the way it sounds. I like the little all the native traditional Asian instruments that they're playing on here. They're playing some really good, just hard rock. Like, it isn't metal. I remember when they first came out, and it was this Mongolian metal. I'm like, I mean, yeah, it is a little metal-y, but it's not too metal. You listen to that whole album, it's not very metal, but it's some really good ass hard fucking rock, and this one does the same thing. Just really good drone stuff in there. The melodies are great. Really, just an awesome ass fucking band that it annoys me, and they couldn't wait to start doing it with this one, where, let's get some fucking American popular metal guy to sing bullshit over theirs. Like, it annoyed me when they did it with the last album with fucking Shaddy Jacobix or whoever the fuck Papa Roach guy is. You know,
Choke on this.
Shaddix. Who the fuck is that? Is that what his name is?
Jacoby or who?
Shaddix, Jacoby. I don't fucking know, man.
Papa Dick Roach.
It annoys me so much. The version of I can't remember what the name of the song was, but Lizzie Hale was on it. That was actually really good, but it just felt cheap. It felt like these guys aren't going to sell much over in America, so let's slap an American on it and, make them... Like, that dude, this fucking random ass fucking dollar store Chester Bennington fucking singing on a song. It just sounded like they sent him the track and he just put some bullshit over the instrumental parts. It sucked, and they couldn't wait to do that with this one. And it annoys me because it takes away from the incredible triumph that these guys did on their own. To me, they shouldn't need some generic ass fucking American metal people singing on their shit to make it cool in America. Like, it's already cool as it is. So that shit annoys me. But the album, really damn good.
All right. So last year, a band called Honeybee came out.
Yep.
Honeybee is...
I sent you a text message, Travis, telling you about them.
The drummer's kid is the kid of Scott Ian. Rebel something or whatever. Rebel Ian or whatever. That's Scott Ian's kid. Is the drummer. They're
really?
These kids are like 14 through 16 or they're a year older now. So they're like, I think one's an adult finally.
I forgot about that.
But they have, it's really just really good rock music. Like, it's nothing extremely special, but it was pretty...
Fuck you talented bastards.
Right. Like, these motherfucking kids are just like, extremely talented, obviously. I think all three of them are actually from band members of different, like, popular... Like, I know Scott Ian's kid, but I think the other two are actually, like, have popular dads. I can't remember who they were, though.
Of course you're going to be good at this shit. You got parents that can file the best shit for you.
But, I mean, the band is good, though. Like, there are plenty of bands out there who, like, have had parents, popular parents.
All the Wu-Tang kids are did a song together.
I mean, I don't talk to any of the rapper kids. They all pretty much bombed, but...
Yeah, but the Wu-Tang kids made a killer song, though. Yeah.
I haven't listened to it. But I was like, I listened to the entire album, Honeybees, it's a self-title.
Even Old Dirty Bastard's song, going by Young Dirty Bastard, like, I like his shit, too.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're a little Bow Wow fan.
No, I'm not a little Bow Wow fan.
So, but yeah, so, I mean, if you haven't checked him out, like I said, it's like a good classic rock mixed in with some newer style rock today. It's hard to say today's rock because today's rock is bad. It's not bad, it's just generic. It's bad.
It's bad.
I mean,
we're old now. But today's music sucks. You kids don't know what it's like to listen to music.
Man,
90s and 2000s are the best years. Fuck you guys.
That's what they were.
But
they really were.
But might not add
it is
2000s in there. But.
Hey.
Early 2000s is when you had some of the best.
From
new
2000
metal,
to 2006, I don't care. Those are my years right there. I'm a big new metal nerd, so. And when I say, Travis is like a music nerd, but I'm a big, I love new metal.
New metal.
Like the worst of the worst new metal bands I still enjoy.
I love Slipknot. I love System of a Down, Korn, Limp Bizkit.
But see, you're naming off the ones I love.
I know. What's
Daddy Banks.
Yeah.
Coal Chamber. I mean,
Mudvayne.
then again, I
Call to
also
the Sun. Like,
How about name drop some of the?
I like Crazy Town.
See?
I do.
Crazy Town, yeah.
I like Crazy Town.
I love those two albums.
The two
But I
albums.
do hate Butterfly. I hate that fucking song.
Come on,
God damn
man.
it.
But, I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, that's the only bad song on there.
That's what the goth girls love to listen to. We had to play this.
Hip Hop Space Stage Superhero. I killed that Crazy Town
Was
album.
it Cinch? Was another band. The freaking Flaw was not like they.
Flaw.
Edema.
I love
I was
Flaw.
not into Flaw.
I love the first Flaw album was
That was
the
the
second
point
one.
when I was like
The
starting to
second one's
realize
the
I was
best
like,
one.
there's a lot of copycats.
I
happening
don't
right
care.
now.
Like I said, I don't care. Like
Down the Sun.
yeah,
Never-
Down the
Very
Sun.
obscure.
One,
Very good.
Not one. Just
One.
the band. One.
One.
O-N-E.
It's all one word. Down the Sun. It's a fucking amazing album, and that's all they got. But it was
Yeah.
fucking great.
Freaking
Headstrong.
Yeah.
Not the song, but the band.
Yeah, it's the
Trapped.
Trapped.
Yeah, not trapped.
Not Trapped. Headstrong, the band.
Headstrong. The band.
Hate Breed. I liked Hate Breed.
Hey, Bree's not new metal.
But it was pretty good. I thought
It's not new
it was uplifting metal, man. I was like,
I
fucking.
mean, yeah, Hey Breed was fantastic. Anyway, we'll get off of there. But yeah, so Honeybee, check it out. Like,
Always
like I
goes
said,
to
if you
that.
like a lot of the classic rock,
Quite your
and
bro.
then it's a lot of newer style rock. Like, I just enjoyed it. It's an enjoyable album. The kids are super talented, and I hope they actually continue on like doing what they're doing.
You say new metal, we're like, where?
Right? Oh, I don't care.
Let's go.
Anybody's like,
New
oh
metal.
yeah, there's a new metal revolution. I'm like, fuck yeah, there is.
Hey,
Like,
yeah,
there
and
is so
that-
many
and
good
it
new
is
bands coming out.
Really
It's
good.
like Tetrarch is so fucking
I
good.
love
Stuff that's happening right
now. Unstable is so
fucking,
great. Tala. Tala had a new album last year.
Two bands we named and just like
no,
okay.
Motionless and White. They're they're pretty new metal nowadays. There's
Nova Twins.
Nova Twins has new metal.
Yes.
Maybe not
background.
necessarily. What's the one I love? Wargasm UK.
Wargasm UK. Yep.
I
That
mean,
shit's
there's-
so cool. I love
There's a
that
lot
fucking
of them
shit.
out
It's
there.
great.
Like there's a lot of them. Like for right now, even Poppy's doing
At least
something.
like the poppy, this new metal-y thing she fucked with. The thing is the new metal revolution that's happening right now is these guys are doing the stuff from new metal that I liked.
Even Mudvayne's coming out with a new album.
And then that would be interesting to see how that goes. Because if they stick with what made them interesting, with the more intricate music, like from LD50 and the one after, I would be down with that. But
love
if
that
they
Kim
They're
Draco,
coming happy
Jonathan
again. I'm
James.
out.
if yeah, if
I'm
it's-
happy now.
It sounds
I
like
hate
their
that album so
generic
bad.
ass late 2000s
It's gonna sound like
hard
hell yeah.
rock
I mean,
metal
like,
shit.
please don't sound
I'm
like hell
gonna
yeah.
fucking hate it. But my number 15 is Diamanda Gallus, Broken Gargoyles. This lady is an acquired taste.
Sounds like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that? What's that one that you tried to get me in that list too?
She is very much lingua.
And I text you like, what the fuck's this?
Lingua ignota.
Lingua ignota.
Is I'm a massive fan of her, and her stuff is very similar to Diamanda Gallus, but Diamanda Gallus has been
That was a
around
very
since the 80s.
misleading text you sent that day.
That album is so
Jesus
heavy.
Christ! I was like, what the
So
fuck am I listening to?
heavy, man. And Diamanda Gallus, this album is the same way. Broken Gargoyles, it's like just two 20-minute fucking songs that, man, they bring emotions. They bring anxiety out of me, and the album is dark. It is depressing. It is
Get ready.
scary. It is fucking noisy. It is dripping with fear, this album, and I love every fucking minute of it. That just her. It is an album to play when you're passing out candy to Halloween kids. It is a.
You will
it
not
is
hear normal instruments.
Yeah, it's kind of just.
I was like,
it
"Where's the
sounds-
instruments,
Yeah,
Travis?"
it is very much like.
A lot of pots and pans.
A lot of fucking flutes.
Oh man. Oh,
There's
man.
orchestra by way of no instruments.
Listening to Lingua Ignota, I keep wanting to say Lingua, but Lingua Ignota. Listening to Lingua Ignota is like watching that movie Midsummer in musical form. I don't know, but this Diamanda Gallus, this is like her first album in a while. It is so fucking good. As far as like new shit, because she's dropped a lot of live shit before, but this album, man, it is so fucking
That's
good.
one way of putting it. I was like, listening to it was like watching paint dry while you're on fire. It was interesting.
This Diamante Gals album is so fucking good, y'all. It is. Oh, it's just dripping with atmosphere, and it is one of the heaviest albums I've heard in a long time that is not metal. It is. Oof. A lot of shit happening on that thing, and so moving on.
So I'm gonna let you talk about it more. My feelings behind it is I enjoyed this album better than everything else prior to it. Zeal and Ardor, but you have a lot more to say about it. I don't know where it is on yours. Probably like 3, but it's pretty high.
What number is that on yours?
14.
Wow!
But
It's
see,
gonna be
you were the
way
bigger
higher on
fan.
Travis.
Okay, you were like between like their bands. Like my top 10 is a lot different than your top 10.
More than likely.
Right, because we have different tastes and a lot of different music. Right, I like a lot of things.
That's the fun thing about these videos.
Right. So,
You're
like,
seeing where everybody sits.
At 14 for me, Zeal and Ardor, it's one of those bands like I don't go to listen to, but I'll listen to them and I enjoy what I listen to most of the time. Some of their stuff I have to skip because I just some of it I do have to skip through because I just didn't like I wasn't feeling it at that time, But when I do feel like some death metal, slave music. I'll go to Zeal and Ardor for it because they're the only band that does it.
Devil is Fine is the album you'd always go for that.
Yeah.
That's like
And Stranger Fruit.
Stranger Fruit, yeah.
Oh,
but
wait.
I like the album. I like
Ship
it.
on Fire.
I like it. I enjoyed it more
Song.
than I enjoyed the Slipknot album.
Or the Servants.
What
are,
about it? I can't really say because it's just one of those bands that I don't know any of their song names. For one, like I really just.
I mean, that's pretty
feel in a
crazy.
mood to
Call
hear
of Duty had a Zeal of Ardor song for the fucking.
they?
Yes,
I
did.
love that they're
Blood-
starting
Blood-
to really
Blood on the
break
River.
out there.
It's crazy. That was
Yeah.
a fucking.
But like I said, we'll hear more about it when Travis gets
you
to
will
his
hear.
top 4.
Oh, you will hear.
I don't know where it's at, but I mean, I like it. But like I said, it's not going to be a top 10 because it's not a top 10 band for me. Sorry,
So we're gonna do-
we're different.
So we'll go with my 14, then I need a cigarette.
That news.
Just
is
thinking
terrible.
about the New Zeal and Ardor makes me need a cigarette. it's like if you saw the new Ghost video and Father Jim DeFrock
I love
is in the
that
circle
video.
jerk,
That
like, and
shit
he's combing in his.
hilarious.
That's how I feel after listening to Zeal and Ardor. Like I feel
Man,
like
that new fucking song was hilarious.
It's so good,
It's
so
so
good, so
good.
good.
All these people, Ghost is in metal. Fuck you. I love Ghost. So like he's he's a
I'm
fucking
ready.
he's a douche, but I don't care.
I am ready. I'm ready to see where this goes.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be a fun album, if anything, when it comes out with one final.
I really think he's purposely doing this just to piss people off.
I think
He-
he has
by-
a plan.
he's-
That's
I mean,
the thing.
he's
He
a-
has a
That's his
plan.
plan because
Yeah.
he's pissing people off.
He's
Like, this
got-
everyone's like, this is not metal. But it keeps fucking kicking ass. Everyone's
Jesus
metal's
is
ass.
coming,
it's
you
great.
know,
Yeah,
it's-
he's got a
it's awesome.
plan. I'm hoping this Jim DeFrock stuff, because they even did like a fake podcast as with him as Jim DeFrock and callers calling in. He's like analyzing, music lyrics and stuff. It was so good. About half-hour little video. It was so good.
I just enjoy
And,
it.
I don't know. The ghost lore is getting deep, y'all. And
Well,
I'm
at this
here
rate, I
for
think
it.
he needs to quit making music. Just go ahead and make a TV show.
Yeah, to make a
Go-
TV show.
Go to,
Yeah,
fucking,
right.
go to HBO Max, baby. Make a TV show.
All
This
the,
would be
all the
great.
little chapters on
Because they're great.
YouTube
They're
are
awesome.
so fun.
I love the Cardinal. He's always riding on his little
Yeah,
bike.
fucking
Leaving
Cardinal.
sitting around.
You know,
It's
he's
fucking
still
great.
he might be
Cardinal
Papa
Copia.
4, but he is still Cardinal Copia. And we all call him Cardi C.
I mean, it was kind of sad when he killed off all the Papas, but I was like, okay, I'm digging this now.
I want to see where this goes. And like I said too, I wouldn't mind. I would love, because I loved the 7 Inches of Satanic Panic. I loved the Papa Nil version of Ghost. So I would love if they just did a prequel era where, let's say, we just put all the story on hold right now and just do about a year of Papa Nil style Ghost. Let's pretend we're in the 60s for a while. Let's get a whole album of this original Ghost.
It'd be the Groovy
You know,
Ghoulies.
yeah, it'd be great, man. It would be cool. It'd be a cool little detour before we get into the next.
Because you could show a young
chapter.
Papa Neil. That'd be awesome.
Right? That
He'd
would be
young,
awesome. Yeah, it would just
vibrant.
be Tobias playing Papa Nil like he did in the video. That would just be so cool, man. It would just be so cool. I would love it. But let me go to my 14. It is Go-Go Bordello's Solidarity. Fucking really cool. I'm gonna say it. A really cool fucking gypsy punk band. Now, right now, apparently, gypsy is apparently a slur. But I mean, I didn't know. But that's what the band is, filled with Russian and Ukrainian members, and they themselves call it gypsy punk. But really, it's just really cool folk punk. It's on the lines of Dropkick Murphys, but they throw in more Romany stuff. Romany kind of music. You just fiddles,
Toms.
accordions, fucking with punk music. Really good folk punk shit. Love the hell out of it. This
I'll
album
check
is
that out. That sounds fun.
they're really cool, man, and the way the guy Eugene Hutz, the way he sings, I've always told people that it's like, imagine if Borat had a band,
Oh God.
but not like annoying, he's got this drunk.
We need a Borat
My
band.
sister
That'd be
is number
amazing.
2 point. Oh,
And he wears like a
Starts wearing purple, wearing purple.
You gotta wear the banana hammock too. It's like, oh, that's amazing.
Start wearing purple for me now. It's
I
fucking
can't.
cool,
I hate
man.
the Borat movies.
Fucking
I
love
love
it.
Borat.
I love-
Sacha Cohen
I-
is the best.
I will say I love Dictator though. That movie is
You would.
why.
Because
Because
big
it's
old
not
cock.
as good. It's not as good.
And
as
it's got
I
his cock
enjoyed
right on
it.
screen too.
He likes Wiener. Anyway, but the new Go-Go is great. To me, it's their best album in a few albums. Like it's heavy. It's got a lot of punch. There's a lot of energy. I liked the last album, Seekers and Finders, a lot too. Especially like the little duet with fellow Russian Regina Spektor. That was really good. Apparently, most of this album was finished by the time Russia invaded Ukraine. But there's a song, I forget which one it was, that was a new song that sort of, touches on that stuff. But man, the lyrics are always about, oppression on poorer people and stuff, and they're just a band that kicks ass. And the new Go-Go is the best one in a long time. And so I need a cigarette. All right, we are back. We're on David's.
I didn't see yours.
I hit
Alright.
the button.
Tala.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking, this all over the place. Vocally, like, what is the dude's name? You know the dude's name?
I do not.
So, I started following Tala after his older stuff that he did on YouTube for a little bit. I don't remember the band name. He did like a solo kind of thing that's really just trippy. I have to show you. I think I told you about him one time, but the band itself though is like, the last album was like really, it was that's
You got the one lady from Doll Skin,
yeah,
and then the
guitar-
drummer
they're
is
dating. What's his name, son?
God, why is his name escaping me? The Dream Theater's original drummer, Portney. Is it Mike Portney?
Yeah, Mike Portnoy. Son.
His son, man, wow, what a killer fucking drummer.
Yeah,
His son
I mean,
is.
so Tella's fucking phenomenal though. Like, but I mean, I enjoyed it. It was heavy. It's heavy as fuck. It really is. Like the screaming and stuff is all over the place, and he's always been a good vocalist. He actually does vocal lessons on YouTube. Like he does a lot of like how to scream properly kind of videos.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I've been trying. They haven't come to Atlanta for. They were supposed to come to Atlanta in May, or they're touring with somebody this summer that's coming to Atlanta. But I would love to see him live. I think he's always dressing up like his live. I've seen like shows or videos of him, and he's always dressed up like in some weird fucking costume or something. Like he had like a bunny suit on one time, and he's just like he lays out on. I mean, he's one of those like those vocalists that put on a show. Like he is screaming, he's laying on the ground, kicking shit and screaming into the mic, and I mean he's very all over the place on stage. And I think that's one thing.
I can imagine them really putting on a show based on the way he sounds, studio-wise.
Oh yeah, no, I mean he's fucking like he's one of those guys. He'll just dive into his vocals and just he'll be laying down and he'll be like leaning forward and he'll be all over the fucking stage and jumping, and I think like his energy is in this album too. Like you can feel all the power and energy that he puts into it. And I think you can tell when a band's gonna go somewhere, like gonna do something good at least in their genre. I think in the new metal style that they go into, and proggy kind of, like just it's a bit sensational. Like every song is fucking like, what the fuck did I just listen to, kind of thing. And I enjoyed it. But I mean, it's one of those things too. It can be a hard listen though, because of the vocals. Like I think if I feel like I want to hear something that heavy and that kind of, and it's vocally heavy. Like, it's not just, like, guitars sound like, you know, it sounds like a good metal band, but vocally, like, that's where this album, like, hits gold. But it can be rough, because he's kind of, like, all over the place with his vocals. And I mean, just, when I say all over the place, I'm not saying he's trying different things. He's just literally, like, some screams will kind of veer out really long and drowned out, and then some will go really low, and then they all kind of, like, crescendo in certain ways, so he's definitely an artist among vocalists, and I think it's one of those bands to keep watching for. And I'll keep, you know, I'm a fan. I like, you know, I enjoy the band itself, but like I said, it's a real. I don't want to say the words harsh because I don't want to make it sound like it's bad. It's just when I say harsh though, it's kind of it's one of those things that kind of hits your ears.
Listener beware.
Yeah, kind of like it's really like. There's a lot of that. Like you're just kind of like, oh, that's a real harsh note, but it's meant to be there. So like he does everything for a reason, kind of thing. But it's kind of like, okay, I'll come back to this song another time. You know, that's. But overall, yeah, I mean, it was a good, phenomenal, fucking new metal album, kind of the style. That's my 13.
All right, so my 13 is. God, I wish that I would have typed the album titles. Because I am bad at remembering. Okay, the new Author and Punisher album, Crueler. Really, really good industrial music. This is the guy that has built these machines to sort of control the music. It is so fucking cool to watch. I don't know, it's so fucking cool. If you like the grimy industrial stuff, kind of slow, maybe in the vein of early Pitch Shifter or not early, but the Filth Pig era Ministry, just the more slow, just grimy and sludgy industrial sound. This dude also hits on even some of the primitive sounding industrial shit from like there's like some Throbbing Gristle vibes in here. Really, really interesting shit. Really cool industrial artist at the moment. Author and Punisher. Weird name. Weird fucking name. Doesn't really roll off the tongue all that well, but if you see the guy using the machines that he has built to make this music, it is even cooler than seeing a guy up there with his little DJ setup or his keyboards and stuff. It is so cool. Basically, he just made
overly complicated MIDI controllers.
Yeah, it is so cool. It is so fucking awesome.
How do you take a MIDI controller and make it more complicated? He said yes.
But yeah, highly recommend this guy.
It is cool looking.
Highly recommend.
Look, he's controlling some kind of battle board.
Yeah, dude.
It's warrior suit.
He just looks. It's so fucking cool, man.
It looks like it sounds industrial.
Yeah, right. It is so fucking awesome.
Think Nine Inch Nails. Imagine how it looks, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. You know, it's not a guy behind a keyboard or with some guitar guy over.
He's up there sweating.
Like this dude is fucking. Looks like it's a workout, man.
He's pumping iron.
This fucking thing work. It's so cool.
Kind of sounds like Nothing more. They do. They have a live stage device thing that the dude gets on and he's like moving it all around, makes different sounds.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Because that thing is cool.
The thing's fucking weird. I was like, what the fuck? At first I was like, what is he doing? But he's doing a motion on it and it's making a different noise. And I was like, and then it moves back and forth. I mean, I was like, dang, that is a workout. Like, I look tired just watching him do that.
So what is your
12.
12?
Porcupine Tree.
Wow, yeah, I forgot they had a new one, man. Oh,
I love that.
they are
shit.
classic fucking prog metal, man.
This one, it's kind of softer. Like, it reminds me of, I mean, there are some, like...
Or maybe not even prog metal, like just good fucking prog.
Right, it reminds me of when Between the Buried and Me was doing some kind of softer, some of their softer, like, acoustic stuff. What was it?
What are you talking about?
I don't know, it reminds me of Between the Buried and Me a little bit, but...
Between the Buried and Me or fucking Top Shelf.
Right, but I mean, like,
yeah.
I enjoy it. It's a chill... This album's actually kind of chill compared to some of their older stuff, I think. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just really good prog. But yeah, they
It was like their
released
first album in a long time, isn't it?
It's been like 8 years. I don't know. No, what was the last one they... It has... Oh, no, not 8 years. It's been a minute, though. You're right.
Because did they break up for a minute?
No, they came out with one in 2020, I think. Yeah, they had one in 2020. 2012 before that, though.
Wow.
Yeah, so they went 8 years, and then they had 2020, and then this one, and it's a chill. I mean, it's kind of like, it's easy listening, but it's like one of those things, like, it comes on, and it's like, I just listen to it because I enjoy it. It's nothing like, I don't have to be in a mood for it. I mean, I could just listen.
Turn it on.
I can just turn it on, and like, it doesn't have to be, like, even if I'm in a metal version, I'm going to hear Porcupine Tree, or if I'm in a kind of, they have acoustic style stuff, or not even acoustic, it's more of like just no distortion on their guitar, kind of picking at it, and I was like, okay, you know, and the vocals are just atmospheric, because some of their, I wouldn't say atmospheric, it would be more like, kind of old school, like, 70s, like into like 60s, 70s style on this album. Like, they do a lot of different transitions and stuff, and how he sings reminds me of like it's a Smokers album pretty much. Really, it's what it is. It's a band that you can smoke to. But yeah, so they made number 12. I enjoyed them a little bit. Like overall, I can, you know, they come on and I can listen to them. I don't have to be in any kind of mood and just chill out with them.
So my number 12 is, I don't know if it's Mesa or Misa. My number 12 is Misa. I'm calling it Misa. I don't know how to fully pronounce it. But
Mesa.
Mesa?
M-E-S-A?
M-E-S-S-A.
S-S-A, yeah, Mesa.
Their new album, Closer. This is awesome.
That was their Porcupine Tree album. It's close.
Wow.
Or Closure.
So this is some doom metal with a female singer, and man, it's doom metal. Think of doom metal with like jazzy drums.
I could not get on Mesa. I tried.
Really fucking cool. Just different, you know. It's like I'm at the point with like doomy and stoner metal where I'm like, show me something a little different, because you're all starting to sound the same to me, and Misa's doing something a little different. They're changing the game just a little bit. There's a lot more cool, different things happening on here, as opposed to just real low, fuzzy guitars. And so I'm glad that certain genres that I love, that for a while kind of felt stagnant, are kind of starting to squeeze a little more juice into the blender. And while other genres that I loved because they were different now are starting to be a little stagnant now, and like, oh, somebody needs to do something. But the new Mesa, the new Mesa, However you want to say it, really good album.
Mesa Mesa Mosa.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
But what did you say was going to be 11 for me?
I don't remember now.
God, what did you say? You said it was going to be my number
9.
Yeah. I can't remember.
That
what.
was,
Was it Rammstein, maybe?
No. Yeah, I was talking about Rammstein because at that time, because yeah.
No, it wasn't Rammstein. I don't remember now.
Oh, see, yeah, it was somebody. Well, anyway, let's just.
Dog Fashion Disco?
No.
That might have been it.
No, because I know Dog Catch Disc was much higher than yours.
It might have been Rammstein. It was
I think it
either
was
Rammstein
Rammstein.
or Dog Fashion Disco.
It's either one.
It was
but
Rammstein, I think.
9 or 11 is going to be one of those both.
Because I was talking about dick and titting, boobs.
So let's move on.
So, alright, so my number 11 is Motionless in White. They had a new album called Scoring the End of the World. Again, we talked about this a few minutes ago. I'm a big nu metal fan. I love nu metal. Motionless in White, the last few years, they've released pretty much every fucking album is a fucking banger. Like, it's heavy as fuck. It's got nu metal riffs. It's groovy. The dude has excellent vocals. It's got industrial vibes to a lot of their songs. He does a lot of things. They do their show. I saw them live in November, and the show almost would have been up there in a, like, they do a lot of goofy shit. Like, they had persons on stilts and shit, and they have people flinging fire. And the reason why I say almost is because Motionless, the singer, I don't remember his first name, or whatever he gives his first name. I'm sure Motionless isn't his real name. But he kept stopping the fucking concert. Like, in the middle, I mean, this pissed me off. So this man, it was Ice Nine Kills, which is a fucking phenomenal band live, by the way. And I think they released a new album last year, too, but I didn't put it on there because they're a theme band. And for some reason, I just can't do theme bands, really. Well, I can, but I mean, I just didn't do them. But, so he kept stopping it. Like, the minute you get to a fucking point where you're like ready to fucking headbang, he'd be like, whoa, 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 what are you doing over there? And I'm like, why the fuck did you start? Somebody's falling out or something. And he's stopping. He's like, hold on, turn the music, shut the music down or whatever. And he did this like 7 times. The entire fucking and he'd do it right in the middle of a fucking, like, you know it's about to be breaking down, right? You're about to get up there, you're fucking ready, you're hyped up, and he's like, you're here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding. Put some lights over there. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. By far, the band was great when they played. But one of the worst shows to that was that part. I mean, I can't say Ice Nine Kills was the best part of that entire concert. Like, they pulled off an entire good show. And if you are an Ice Nine fan, go see them live if you haven't. But anyway, so I like their album though. So they have like a lot of like cyber sex and was one of the songs. It's really like kind of Rammstein style. They do a lot of stuff like that, and then it drops with like a lot of nu metal groups with like Static X does and a lot of their style stuff. I mean, it's just it's more nu metal than anything. But I think that he had their breakdowns and stuff. Really, a lot of the sound kind of veers into a lot of Rammstein-y kind of sound. I definitely, if you haven't heard them, really check them out because they got a lot of good songs.
Yeah, I have. What I heard, I do like, but I haven't fully checked them out enough to really have an opinion.
I definitely check out that album though because it's pretty. Like I said, it's a heavy fucking album.
All right,
that's my number 11.
My number 11 is.
Survey says.
Four and the Strange Band, Southern Circus. This is Hank III's son, Coleman Williams. So the 4th in the famous, legendary country bloodline of Hank Williams, and man, it's good. It is good. I was actually just listening to it again the other day. I'm like, man. And like we said in our original review, it's like the first couple songs, it's like you don't really know what's going to happen. You're like, it's kind of got this indie country vibe. But then once you get to what is the name of that song? God damn it, with the liver and the arrow. That arrow went straight through her liver. Fucking, I don't know, a lot of the punk stuff starts happening, a lot of the more metal-y country stuff starts happening. To me, the album starts getting really good at track 3 and never loses any steam after that. Fucking really, really good country stuff. They're working on a new album now. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. Maybe it'll be a little more souped up, because apparently they go off live, and so I would hope to see what happens. But it doesn't. So I like that it doesn't sound like Hank 3. It's doing its own thing. It's not trying to sound like its dad. Like there's even the last track on the album is a stoner metal kind of country song, and it's like I said, like for some reason the doom sound and southern music work really well, and they do that on this album. And yeah, highly recommend Southern Circus by Four and the Strange Band.
Top 10.
Top fucking 10, y'all.
Top 10. Alright, number 10, Polyphia. If you don't know who the Polyphia is, you're hiding under a rock. They've been...
They don't. I like them okay. They don't impress me all that much.
The dude is a excellent guitarist, and I like the hip hop vibes that they give to all the beats, and they add the beats into it. And a lot of those are done by an actual drummer.
Yeah.
So I think like just the talent alone is crazy.
Yeah. Like, they're badass, but I don't know what it is. I just cannot get too into them. I'm just like,
Well, I mean, they veered away a lot from the instrumental stuff. Like, I mean, they have a few songs on here that do just instrumentals. They've added in vocalists this time around on a couple of them. Chino from Deftones. He's on a song called Bloodbath. It's fucking a phenomenal song on there. He's singing on there. It sounds like a proggy Deftones song. So it's really cool. He screams on there too, and he's just kind of nuts. And then Steve Vai is on one of the songs called Ego Trip. That one's a fucking
His name is Stevie Vai, and he's one
There's
crazy
some shit. There's one
guy.
that's like ABC. What's it? ABC.
You know, Steve Vai got his start in Frank Zappa.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking wild, man.
Oh yeah, ABC is the song names. Sophia Black is like some popular Korean singer or something. But she does a really good job on that one. And something about Polyphia is just, it does it for me. Like I enjoy it every time I listen to it. The dude's super talented, crazy like beats and hip hop kind of music to it, along with metal guitar and prog style fucking math guitars or whatever they call it. And I wish I was talented enough to do that shit. I'm not. I don't have the brain to. My brain does not fixate on that stuff. I can't do it. But I mean, to me, it amazes me that people can just
Shit's
fucking
impressive as fuck.
like fucking
I'm
just
like,
they just fucking tap, and that's, I mean, they're just like going off, and he's like, Hanson is like to me one of the best guitarists of today. Like in the last 10 to 15 years, he's like, I think he's 28, 29 years old. And he's just a phenomenal guitarist. His parents, he had lessons as like 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was fucking like playing classic guitar and shit like that as a kid. And I mean, he's just, like I said, he's probably one of the best guitarists of today's light right now. And I can't wait to see what more every time. I mean, they've had 4 albums, I think now, or this is like their 4th album or 5th album. But it's just, I enjoy every one of them. Like, I haven't had a bad album that I can listen to them through. So, but they're my top 10. They're number 10. Because I've listened the crap out of that album. And I can't say anything much else about it. I mean, it's a good album if you like listening to music in general and guitar work.
So my number 10 is Rammstein Zeet.
Oh, so close.
So close. Like,
so close. It was right in between. It was like 9 or 11. We were almost there. Didn't. I don't think that one, like, I would say Zeke is not as good as the self-title, though.
Really, I kind of like it a little more.
I don't know. I love the self-title. That what was it, Pet? I love that song. To death. I listen to that song so much.
But it is a good ass. Like you said, like the first couple tracks are like your standard Rammstein fare, but some of the more interesting shit does start to come in, and
It
like
gets better as it goes.
yeah, and like I said, like even on the Dicke Titan song with the little horns and stuff, and then but you get this bit where you get these claps, and it just sounds like an EDM, like a Coachella EDM fucking kind of track. It goes off, man. Like
It just sounds like
it
Oktoberfest
is
to me.
so fucking good, man.
Drink to it.
Fucking
Rammstein's so much fun though. Like,
Yeah,
they
dude,
do
like,
a lot of
they
fun
know,
shit.
They know what fucking, and you know the thing is like they're a band that I could say same shit, different album, but there's a sound to Rammstein. There's a certain sound to Rammstein, but they always manage to keep it fresh. And another thing too is this album was kind of out of nowhere because you know we waited 10 years for the self-titled album, man. 10 years in between that and Liebes für alle da. And I wasn't expecting a new Rammstein for a long time.
5 years. at
Yeah,
least.
right.
We
And
get one a year later.
in the
2 years
same
later?
year we got the self-titled album, we also got the final Lindemann album. And I was like, awesome. Technically, 2 Rammstein albums in 1 year.
I was.
That actually is more more
You
true
know what?
than
That
Lindemann's
was.
always been in English, and the newest one was
Yeah.
in German,
I
so
was-
it's
Yeah,
more
that
closer
one
to
was a little.
Rammstein.
That one.
That was,
I
I
forgot
was
about that.
disappointed. I was disappointed because it wasn't in
Disappointed
English.
albums.
But
Skills and Pills.
The fact-
That's the one with
fucking
mathematics on it. I'm telling you, like he says.
yeah, I got that.
Mathematics.
Yeah, it's
he
been
starts
a
rapping
while.
or not rapping, but it's
been a
just
while
like
since
a
I've
beat
heard
to
it. But the second Lindemann album, it just sounded like Rammstein, so I was happy for that. But this new Rammstein album, man, it brings the goods. It does, all the way. And that was my number 10.
I don't know, man. Still, hey, amigo. Oh, god damn it! I love that album.
Give me golden shower!
It's fat. I love that song.
Yeah.
I like 'em big. I like 'em fat.
I praise the board.
Lady boy. I love that album, man.
So good, man. Alright, so what is your number 9?
Fish On is actually my favorite song.
Yeah,
Bloody
Fish
Wood.
On too. Yeah, Bloodywood is that high for you, huh? Wow.
I'm a big new metal fan. That is all right. So okay, one.
I kind of leave with
it's
Travis.
new metal
on it.
band.
It,
Like
it was
one.
very repetitive. That,
Do
so, that song, that one, that's what their particular song everyone goes on about. Was
that-
very cheesy.
Like yeah.
The music, I love music, but the lyric wise, I was like, man, that's,
I don't care. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't.
the
New
lyrics
metal
wise,
to
that
me,
sucks.
like I don't listen to new metal for the lyrics ever. Lyrics.
No, yeah, the music was good.
it was good.
Right.
The lyrics were
It kind
bad.
of got a little repetitive. It's like,
But it's also because it was in English, so that's probably why.
Yeah, I mean, if it was in, but I like. Okay, so in Indian,
Hindi, probably.
like
whatever.
the fact that they have sitars and
like, there's some cool shit going on, but I'm like, let's see where
very
they go.
Soulfly-esque.
right,
Yeah,
this is their
very
first, like this is their
Soulfly-esque.
first album though.
Yeah, let's see where they go.
So, but I enjoy it. Like every time I listen to the stuff, I'm turning that shit up because it's heavy, it's rhythmic, it's different.
Yeah.
How many other
Very
bands use
absurd,
fucking
well,
like
fun.
in like sitars and others? There's different instruments. There's not even just sitars. It's different types of drums they use. I don't. There's other like guitar style stuff they use. I don't remember the names of because they use all those Asian style like stuff, like different things. So. The music itself is fun. It's it's heavy as shit, and like they rap, I guess in in that language. I wouldn't say Indian because I think they have different.
Hindi. I believe it's Hindi.
Yeah, but they
Probably
rap
do.
in it. They scream. I mean, it's got everything metal that I like a lot, and and it's a new metal band. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty much a sucker for most new metal. If there wasn't a lot of new metal last year that was released, but the ones that did, they made it to a lot of well, I listened to them. They might not have been the best stuff, but I did listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it okay. I was just kind of over it pretty
So
quick.
if anyone watches this and you have new
Definitely
band,
check out Bloody Wood though.
definitely check them out. Also, in the comments, give me some new metal stuff because I'll listen to it. I don't care. I'll listen to any of it. Different languages. I mean, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'll listen to it. Like, there's a Russian band. I can't remember now what they're called, but there's a Russian new metal band that's out there right now.
Oh, I was saying, you're not talking about Slaughter to Prevail.
I love them too, but no,
Yeah,
that's more.
Alex.
I love Slaughter to Veil. That band's
Alex is
fucking
fucking
phenomenal.
amazing.
You know,
Alex's
they're
name-
finally doing a U.S. tour though.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming back. I don't think they're going back, but yeah. No, Slaughter to Prevail is fucking sick. But they released their album 2 years ago, so I mean, you know, can't put them in there. Again. That's my number 9.
Alright, so my number 9 is Animal Collective Time Skiffs. Now, I did hate on Painting With, their last album, as a full group. Well, not as a full group, because Deacon wasn't on that one, I believe. But, you know, as an Animal Collective album, I kind of hated on it a lot in the original review, but the album grew on me over time, and it wound up being pretty high on my list that year. But this one is different. This one doesn't have the poppiness of the Painting With style Animal Collective. This one's real jammy, real sort of subdued, just real chill, fucking relaxing, cartoony album, but I don't know, it's just so good. Everything on it is very just tranquil, man. And Animal Collective, you never know what you're gonna get. It might be some real noisy, loud, annoying shit, delightfully annoying shit, or it might be some whatever the fuck this is, or it might be an experiment like the Tangerine Reef album and stuff. Like they're just a band that, you know, weird shit. Highly recommend Time Skiffs from Animal Collective.
Like weird shit.
But this is probably the easiest one to listen to in a while. Because like I said, their shit gets delightfully annoying. Where it's like, it annoys me, but I like it. You know, and it's fucking, other people might not get it. They might be like, this is just fucking noise. And it is. It is. A lot of times it is. And
It's collective animal noises.
but this one is probably the easiest one to listen to. Even more easy to listen to than their earlier, easier to listen to albums. I mean, this is not no Here Comes the Indian. This is not no fucking Dense Manatee. You know, them days are done. And those are some really hard to listen to albums. Like the Dense Manatee and Spirit They've Gone, Spirit They've Vanished, which has a re-release coming out here pretty soon. You know, some of that early Animal Collective shit is really hard to listen to. But you know, as they went along and started to really sort of, not necessarily find themselves, they knew what kind of band they were. You never knew what you're going to get. But still, I think Strawberry Jam is still probably my favorite album by them. But as far as like a modern Animal Collective, it is really good. What is your number 8?
So I've been getting into a lot of like heavier like death metal or metalcore, like a lot of, I wouldn't say death metal because to me like deathcore would be more of it because it's more like just real heavy vocals, heavy guitar. I think like the last 4 or 5 years, deathcore itself has done an overhaul of the sound. Like before, it was just a lot of like how death metal was back in the 90s and early 2000s. Like you had the band Death, Obituary. There's a few other bands I can't remember off the top of my head that would just like guttural growls and noisy, like just like really pig-like. I guess like Pig Destroyer would be another one. Like a lot of those. What's his name? That guy. Do you think fucking? What was that kid? That kid that we used to hang out with. That did he get arrested or died or something? Or
Oh, you're talking about Scott?
yeah, didn't he like
Scott,
just
yeah.
die or something like that?
Yeah,
He did.
He did.
Yeah. So
Died in
like
jail.
shit like
Died
he
in
used to
jail.
listen to
Must
back
have got
when we
the
were.
Peter Sellon shot.
Yeah, shit that he used to listen to when we were kids or whatever. Like
This man.
That guy was a douchebag.
I only talked to him a couple
Scott,
times.
man, Scott was a really good friend, but you know
first.
he lost his way. He lost his way.
I knew he was psycho the day we went over to his fucking family's
Yeah,
house.
he was
the way
fun
he treated.
psycho. He was fun psycho.
Oh, he was scary psycho the way he treated his brother. I'm like, man, that guy's fucking psycho.
I never saw him that. Like I only saw him like I think I went to his house one time.
Probably was the damn drugs he would do. He did some hard drugs. Probably why he died.
Like I said,
His heart probably gave out.
He lost
Doing-
his way.
He lost his way.
But anyway, so to clear that, like the deathcore scene though, like the bands that have been coming out in the last 5 years or so, I've been really jumping on. Like the Groove is a lot better. Slaughter to Prevail is one of them. Whitechapel's been doing a lot better stuff. Like Suicide Silence has been like basically how their sound is. They've been getting a lot like just coming in more, and I've been getting it. Like I'm like into it. So the YouTuber Jared Dines,
Yeah.
right? Everyone knows he released last year or the year before last. He released a collab album with Killswitch Engage, former singer or new middle singer.
Well, I thought they had an original singer and then a guy replaced him. I thought they went back to the original.
Right, they went back to the original singer, but the one that replaced him, I don't remember his name. You remember his name, Josh?
So the middle singer.
Would you, huh?
The Killswitch Engage. What's the singer? Not James, but the other one. Can't remember his name now. He did Light the Torches, his other band. Also, or the Devil. Was it? I can't remember the name. Something Devil or whatever. So Light the Torches, his other band. But anyway, so he did a collab with Jared Dines a couple years ago, right? Well, Jared Dines he released a solo album last year called The Gray, and it's fucking heavy as shit. Like I love
Jared
this
Dines
album.
is a fucking beast.
He's a beast. He's fucking super talented. He does pretty much everything, you know, when it comes to
And
guitar.
then his videos are funny, like his little YouTuber shit videos.
He hasn't done a lot though lately because he's been working on his music itself. At least I think he has, or he's been doing whatever the YouTubers say I've been trying to find myself kind of thing. That's what most YouTubers when they take breaks. They're like, I'm trying to find myself. I found myself, and we're making more videos. And then
Yeah,
they
they might
never make
get
another
burned
video.
out and.
Right, so he probably got burned out, whatever. But he released The Gray. It's a phenomenal deathcore band album. He does the guitars, the drums, the vocals. It's very well recorded. His vocals are fucking just horrifyingly awesome. The guitars are heavy as shit. I mean, anything Jared Dine has done, really, I've really listened to because the dude's talented as fuck. But the album is phenomenal. Like, if you like deathcore and you haven't heard Jared Dine's The Gray, you need to check that shit out. I mean, it reaches down, like, it has a lot of emotion in it. I know that there's another band called Lorna Shore that's been really popular lately, and they're actually on my list too. That influenced his new album because I watched a video. He was talking about recording it, and he was trying to do some vocal styles like that, and it turned out really well. And he has his buddy on there that's in all his videos. I can't remember his name. That does a lot of like guttural kind of sounds, like screams and shit. And I would definitely recommend it if you like deathcore at all. And like I said, the way deathcore is going, I'm in it now because I'm like, it's heavy as fuck, but it's groovy as hell too, and it's not like all over the place like it used to be. Like I think it's going in the right direction. So, but that was my number 8.
All right, before we get to my number 8, I need to see. So, all right, y'all, we are back, and so we're in my top 8. Ghost Impera.
Wow, 8. I figured it would have been farther, like closer.
Well, this is based on everything from here on out.
They're all so close.
Yeah, like it is a close, cause like man, I can still hum these fucking Ghost songs. That album is so good, and I'm not gonna lie. Even though I do like, and I was complaining earlier about the 80s sound with Yeah Yeah Yeahs, this is a heavily inspired 80s rock album. But to me, it's not boring. every song is different. Every song does something differently. And Ghost is just another band that I like because I'm a big fan of lore bands. If you have something in your band that makes me want to pay more attention, tiny details with your videos, tiny, just storylines and characters. I'm a big fan of lore bands. Lordy, Gwar, ICP, Gorillaz. If there's something you're doing that's making me get more involved than just listening to an album, I'm a big fan of that. And if your music is good at the same time, that's a big old plus. So this is, I'm hoping Ghost do something a little different here coming soon, because like I said, this album doubled down on the 80s kind of vibes that Prequel had, and this, I'm like, all right, we've done this. Let's move on. Let's do something else. What else can Ghost do? And I'm hoping that after this cover EP dropping soon, I'm hoping after this we get something different. Like I said, I would love a 60s style Ghost. Let's see if they do that, because there have been slight hints. But who knows? Who knows what the next sound of the band is going to be? But Impera is so fucking good all the way through. Love every minute of it. I loved this album so much. I bought the CD, 2 versions of the cassette, and the fucking vinyl. Ghost is just one of those bands I've been following since right before Infestissimum come out, and I've just been along for this ride. And let's see what happens. Where are you?
Number 7, Nova Twins. I love that album.
That album is awesome.
That album was fantastic.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I wanted to make sure mine wasn't on the same number as yours.
Is it? It's
because if it was, we both would have just knocked it out of the way. But it's not.
It's yours is closer to 1.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on number 7, so what? 5, 4, 3.
We're not there yet.
So yeah, no, I mean, I loved everything about this. So I watched an interview with them, and how they do things, and the bassist. I'm not sure if they're sisters or if they're just. I don't know. I can't remember if they were actual sisters or not, but I like how the bassist uses. She uses just pedals. Like she has. And then, like, when people were like, oh, yeah, I'm making a pedal board, right? And most people use only, they'll do it for live stuff, but no, that's all she does is use pedal boards.
That's cool. For
live stuff, all her recordings are just her pedals. Like, she doesn't throw in, like, sound effects from in a DAW, like, you just drag and drop it. Like, she uses just the pedals. Like, all the sounds you hear throughout the entire album are from her bass guitar.
That is cool.
Right? And I found that to be like something, I was like, nobody does that anymore. Like, it's one of those things like back in, the 80s and 90s, you had to do it because computers weren't really a big thing.
Yeah.
And, you kind of had to use pedals if you wanted to make weird sounds and shit like that. You had whatever pedals were out there, which weren't even a lot back then. You had your distortion and fuzz pedals and stuff, and then you had maybe, delays?
Chorus and delays.
Yeah, I mean, you had your basic stuff, but, like, nowadays they go nuts. I mean, you can have just weird delay chorus, reverb, walls, stuff like that, like your thing. And, but yeah, so I was listening to this out, I think before this album came out, I was listening to him. Did I introduce him?
Yeah. I think you showed them to me, yeah.
Yeah, so I found,
because I went ahead and I pre-ordered that album right afterward. I actually got a signed art card of them right there.
That's cool. I
came with it.
But yeah, it's a quick album. It doesn't go, it's not that long. It's
yeah, it's real short, but
30 minutes.
It's a real easy listen. It's cool.
Yeah, and every song is really just fun. It's catchy. It's what the fuck is cat there? It's fun, catchy album. Like, it's an exciting time. Like I liked it all the way through. Sleep Paralysis was just oh man, that song, I love that song so much. It was it's real like kind of dark at the same time. It's poppy a little bit, and it's got like that old school. There was a few bands back in like the '90s and stuff that kind of had that similar sound that song was created from. I can't remember the bands though. It's just something about it. The sound of it brings back nostalgia of some sort. Like I've heard bands from back when I was younger that had that similar kind of sound that I've always looked for, but I couldn't remember where or when they came around. But I don't know. It touched me. It hit a lot of the songs kind of like the sound that is what I wanted to hear. You know, and I go back to that album a lot. Like I enjoy Supernova is a fantastic album. It makes me feel good. I mean,
I hope they continue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping they're, you know, I think they're based out of Britain, right? Yeah, I mean, just a bunch of British girls, and like they're just like super talented guitarist, and the bassist is awesome. Like I think that's the coolest thing that all your, like, he just has this huge pedal board on stage. And she's just like, this is the sound I want, so she just clicks them what she gets and sets it up.
Rad.
So, but yeah, that was my number 7.
So my number 7 is the Mars Volta. The Mars Volta.
I forgot about that.
This is.
Damn, that could have been on there.
Part of me wants to say it was a disappointment, but the thing is you know, we're never gonna get. This is the first Mars Volta album in 10 years at this point. They had broke up after Nocturniquet, and they did Antimask, and I believe they did another At the Drive-In. You know, so, I mean, you always knew that the Cedric and Omar Rodriguez collaborations would not end, but to me, Mars Volta, from the Laus in the Comatorium and all the way to the Bedlam and Goliath, some of the best prog music, modern prog music of the 2000s ever. Top fucking tier. Come on, little kitty. It's a new cat, y'all. New little kitty. Layla. Anyway, some of the best. Then they toned it down a little bit for Octahedron. And that's a fine album. And then I don't know what they were doing on Nocturniquet, but it's an interesting album. I wasn't a fan when it first came out. I like it more now, but I don't turn it on nowhere near as much as Amputecture or Francis the fucking Mute, like classics, y'all. This album, I knew it wouldn't be that because they are in different places now. They even said that this is technically what a Mars Volta pop album would sound like. But when you hear these guys say something like that, it doesn't make any sense, because when Octahedron came out, they were saying this is what a Mars Volta acoustic album would sound like. And, you know, it's not an acoustic album, I'll tell you that much. But this is, as a reunion album, it's really good. There's progginess. They do a lot of interesting shit. I do wish there was a lot more Latin flair on this album, because whenever they do Latin music, man, they were always so good with it. And they do some Latin stuff on here that is fantastic. But I wish there was a little more of it on here. But this is the album with Mars Volta. I'm like, this isn't the Mars Volta that I fell in love with, but it is definitely the Mars Volta that I love. And if that means anything to anybody, they have a acoustic version of this album dropping at the end of the month, which I am highly looking forward to, because they say this one's going to be a little more on the Latin side, and I'm wondering what this is going to sound. I might like this upcoming version of the album better. Who knows? We will see. But it's a damn good comeback album. Not gonna lie, I do wish we could go back to the crazy, wild, proggy shit of before, but we are just experimenting in different territory, and that's always what the Mars Volta has been about. Just experimentation whether it's wild and crazy and almost unlistenable, or where we're at now. That cat loves fake trees.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, there it went. There it went. Come on, little kitty. Go ahead with yours, David.
Alright.
Oh, David. I see you, man.
All
I
right.
gotta go fucking bathroom and get something to eat before bed. Oh, I'm waiting too damn long. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I gotta get my last meal of the day before I can.
Move that over. Alright.
There you guys, enjoy it. I'll watch
So,
the video of numbers.
Like,
He's gonna keep up the good work, man. Sounds good. Hey, you look good too. Keep it up, man.
oh, thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah, I'll see you again later.
got him throw her out. So number 6,
All right, we're back.
the band Bad Omens. You heard them?
Bad Omens. I swear I ran across that recently.
So they've been around. They haven't been around that long. They had a couple songs come out about a year or two ago.
Bad Omens.
They have a.
I have run across that on
The
some-
vocalist is fantastic. Like, probably the best thing about this band. They're kind of. What's the best way to describe it? Dark, at the same time still being radio. Like, kind of like. They're on the radio. That's where I found them. But it's not like one of those. It's kind of like one of the things like, how did this make it to the radio? Because
Nah. I always like those.
like it's they're hard to, like, the singer is like a fantastic singer. He does screams, he sings really well. He's got a tenor kind of style, so he's a little bit higher up register wise. But they add a lot of reverb to his voice, kind of not like a reverb to hide anything, but to help extend it. It has some really good lyrics. Lyrically, it's really good. I just enjoy the sound of it. I listened to this band a lot this last year since the album dropped. When did the album drop? February. So I listened to it a lot. Like it comes up a lot, and I just enjoy listening to the album probably more than most of the bands that I'd rather listen to this band than obviously Slipknot and Korn new stuff. And when a band does that, like, I'm like, I can't wait for the next stuff. Like, this is their first. I think this is their debut album, or at least the one that's popularized. It made it to the satellite radio and stuff, and they have some progginess into some of their stuff. It's not like heavy prog. Like, you're not gonna get like Dream Theater stuff or jams really, but it's kind of like how. You'd have to hear it. It's just one of those bands. You can probably describe it. Some of it's like it's real low and dark and dense. Real, like, you can kind of get a feeling of a heaviness on, like, not the feeling of heaviness, rather than the band itself being heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It has a dark atmosphere.
That's how
to it.
that the Amanda Gallus and
Right.
Lingua Ignota.
But again, it is like a popular style kind of format, I guess, with a lot of bands nowadays that make it to the radio and stuff. So the format is kind of popular. I'd have to show it to you, but I just like it. It's just they have. It kind of reminds me of when back in like the early 2000s, when Pussifer kind of started doing their more digital format stuff. Not his weirder stuff, but
How early 2000s are you calling it?
like their songs would go great on a vampire movie. Is the best way to describe it. They had the song "The Death of Peace of Mind." Like a Villain's really good. If you heard it, you'd see where I'm coming from. It's just like, that's the best way I can describe it. It feels like something that would, if it came out during 2003, it would go, or two.
It would be on Underworld.
Or no, what's the other one? What's the one? Not Interview with the Vampire. What was the other one?
Oh, Damned.
The day, yeah. It would go on that.
What the fuck is that movie called? The soundtrack kicks ass.
Right. It would,
Not Children of the fucking Damned. God damn it. Why is this escaping me?
Because it's 11 o'clock at night. 11:30. But yeah, so it belonged there. Like, that's how kind of dark it is. But it's, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm terrible at describing music, but I liked it. It's my number 6. I listened to it a lot.
Queen of the Damned.
Queen of the Damned. Yeah, it would kind of, like, go on that.
Interesting.
So it's vampire music. Some of it's like really like, okay, I get that, but
you think you're smart.
Vampire. But yeah, that's my number 6.
Oh,
what you got?
My number 6 is, here we go. Nova Twins.
There you go.
This album was a whole lot of fun.
That's 7 to 6. You could have done that.
Yeah, I guess we could have. Yeah. Well, Nova Twins was a whole lot of fun. It was like you said. I don't know. There's a lot of cool things happening. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in the metal and rock and hip hop stuff right now. People are mixing genres in an interesting way to me. Some better than others, and some not so better than others. But this was something that really caught my eye. It's cool. You rarely have, for one thing, this is another reason why I like Butcher Babies is, it's one thing to have a female singer, screamer person, but it's rare to have two. And that's what I like about Nova Twins is that it's two ladies as the front person.
Right.
And you don't get that a whole lot, sharing the spotlight with that. You get it a lot with male artists, but it is a little rarer to have two male front guys. But to me, it is a lot more.
Butcher
rare.
Babies does 2 females.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I like Butcher Babies, because that's a unique feature about that band. One lady screams a little more, one lady sings a little more. They pass it back and forth really well. There's a lot of, female artists in metal right now are really raising the bar. They're back in the day, it was when you had a female screamer, it was almost novelty. It was like, oh man, that's a chick doing it. But nowadays, you have female screamers who are killing it more hardcore than the guys. And it's awesome. Nowadays you play somebody ginger, they wouldn't know that was a female screaming. It is the females in metal right now are really going through a renaissance in a way, and then older females in metal are getting a lot more attention than they used to. It feels like, and it's really cool. It's really cool that this is happening.
Kitty's talking about a new album.
I would hope so, because Miranda and is it Miranda? Anyway, they're always posted. Mercedes
and Meredith.
Is it? Yeah.
Mercedes is the
sisters are
Meredith
always talking. Meredith
is the singer.
Yeah, they're always posting on Facebook.
Mercedes she was a realtor. She's a realtor. For a job.
Yeah,
that's for a living.
So I'm hoping we do get a new Kitty album soon, but
that'd be awesome. They're talking about going back on tour. They're already. I mean, I think they were actually.
Yeah, they were just
concerts.
playing a bunch of concerts recently.
But they're talking about going back in studio, which would be great. I know that Meredith did. What was her band? She has a band. Creator or something like that. I think is what the band is called with a K. I think that's the band.
Creator with a K.
Yeah, or no, it's either that band or it's another band. But I have them on my phone, but
anyway,
it's okay.
Who is your number 5?
All right, so I don't know how you feel about it. My number 5 is our album. Where ours being the collaboration for Halloween.
Oh, wow!
So,
hey, you know what? I'll allow it. This is Bloody Chuckle Studios presents Heebie Jeebies. Look it up on Bandcamp, Spotify. On Bandcamp, it is Bloody Chuckles. On Spotify, it's Monster in the Family. But I only have an account for 2 different bands on Spotify. So there's Sticky Middle Finger and Monster in the Family. So I had to put it under the Monster in the Family, but it's there. Talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So,
let's talk about it.
All right. This is like my jump back into music, right? So I'm proud of it. Okay, I put 5 songs on this album.
What's 5? I thought it might have been more.
No, it's only 5. I have 5 songs on this album, and though those 5 I'm very proud of. I was happy. They helped me get creative again, and like Travis mentioned earlier, we are working on a Christmas album, and I got so far.
We did that years ago, almost 11, 12 years ago. There was Bloody Chuckle Studios presents the Holiday Sessions, and Dave was making music on GarageBand back then, and there's a bunch of songs that I had done in different styles and different parody styles. Then we had some rap songs. Dave came in and did a rap verse, and that's when I was like, damn, Dave can fucking rap. You know, I was like, this is all right. And our old buddy Smokey raps on a song. Joey appears. Actually, Joey fucks with me about not inviting him for the Halloween album. Wasn't thinking about it, but I'm gonna get him on this Christmas one. But he said, I wasn't thinking about it either. I was like, yeah, no problem. But yeah, keep going.
But yeah, so you know, when we every song I finish, I've done. I don't. If I'm not proud of it, I'm not gonna release it out or anything. And I'm very proud of these songs because they're fun to me. They were fun to do. I've listened to the entire album, even the bad songs. And trust me, if you don't, it's a taste for our album, but there are some bad ones that I'm not gonna be mean and mention too.
Yeah,
but the album that Travis put together, I would say Travis is the one that kind of, we gave him the songs, everyone that's on the album gave him the songs, but he put it together, and to me, I love it. From start to finish, there's a story to it. It just placements is very well done, made, and the other artists that are on there, most of them are extremely well done, and it just works perfectly to me. Like, every song works as good as well as the next. And I've always said over the years, if you've been watching us and watching me, I've always said a good album is also based off of the placement of songs. Like, I've always brought that up, that an album could have great songs on there, but if the placement is bad, it's going to make that album worse. But the placement of these songs were just, to me, are perfect. The skits were hilarious on there. As dumb as they are, they're hilarious. And like I said, I'm super proud of that. And I couldn't not put on, because I listen to it. I still listen to it.
I do too.
It's not Halloween, but I'm so proud of those songs. And then the same is probably going to happen for the Christmas album. Because the few I've created so far for it, trust me,
good.
I think they're better than the ones that we did for Halloween so far. And I'm working on it to make them better. And I'm hoping to get more than 5 this time around, but we'll see. Maybe but I'm at least 5. But that's why it's my number 5, though.
Yeah, this Halloween album started off, I've been mentioning for a while that I wanted to do a Halloween compilation, but I wanted it to be a little bigger than just a bunch of me songs and a bunch of you songs. So I invited other artists in on it too. Abraham Ram, who also watches this show, his band, God, the name of his band eludes me at the moment. They sent 2 tracks. Our friend Nikki Virus, she sent a track. Rob Orr sent a few tracks. And me and Zach did a few songs at Sticky Middle Finger. Then the thing is there was a handful of songs that I had recorded a couple of years ago that I just had nowhere to put. They had no home. But I'm like, I want people to hear these because they're cool to me. I don't want more people to hear them. So I brought the idea to David, Next thing I know, he's sending me a song. Then he's sending me another song. Then he's sending me another song. I'm like, this is happening then. Shit, So I was like, all right, let me do something here. So I started making some songs for me. And I did a little casting call on the Facebook because I was like, I want more people to be involved in this. So, it feels like a bigger compilation album with artists that are sort of associated with us, and I'm doing the same thing for this one too. Hoping to get some of the same people involved and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of cool that you put that as your
Top five.
Your top five. That's rad as fuck. But yeah, because it is. I mean, for me, like as far as like track placement, there's never really too much thought in there when I sequence an album, because I'll have an idea of what the first and last stuff should be, and so what I'll do is I'll put a song here, and then I'll put a song after it, and I'll listen to how that song transition to the next one, and I'm like, does this sound like this will be a good one coming in after that? And, it takes a little bit of time, but I mean, it's not really hard, too much thinking, but yeah, I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you had a whole lot of fun doing it. Because I mean, like I said, we kind of did the same thing several years ago with the holiday sessions. Because you sent me, I think you got 4 Chaos in order tracks.
Yeah, those are because I mean, I think they. I mean, I was
and
working.
Then I think you rapped on 1 track.
Yeah.
But this year's Christmas one's gonna be. We're up in the ante. I've got a lot of different.
Quality's gonna be better. Technology nowadays is much better, and I'm actually like.
We're actually collaborating.
We're gonna be on together, and it's just I think the Christmas one, it's something for me to work for. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. The few songs I got so far, they're great.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're finally going back into making music too, man. And it's cool that
I stepped away from it for a while.
Bringing you into this, project has sparked that creativity for you again. So that's really cool. But check it out on the Spotify and the Bandcamp
and Amazon.
Yeah, it's on all the
It's on everything.
Amazon, like Apple, all that stuff.
iTunes, all that. So.
And on all that stuff, it will be Monster and the Family because I don't.
It's the only album on there called Heebie Jeebies. Trust me.
Yeah. More than honestly.
Just type in Heebie Jeebies and look for the clown face.
yeah. A little pumpkin face.
Yeah, it's a fantastic Halloween album, but you can listen to it anytime.
Stas made the album cover. Everything we do is like in-house. Like we don't really shop around for anyone else. We all produce our own music. We all do it at it's all DIY, hardcore DIY, and so yeah. So my number 5 is Wargasm mixtape or mix. The XXX mixtape. That is a awesome. I call it new metal in the vein of like Static X, where it's a little more electronic, a little more industrial. Not really any rap. This band kind of reminds me of the more heavy industrial stuff you might get when Lords of Acid dips their toes into those pools.
Fear Factory.
No, not really. Closer to Static X, I would say.
Like Rammstein? They kind of did that shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, the album with their old stuff used to have like a lot of that.
Who?
Rammstein.
Yeah, a lot of the electronics. Yeah.
Right. That's what I mean. Like that style, like with Du Hast. What album?
Yeah, but not exactly like the Rammstein style of industrial. Like very close to like the new metal industrial, the Static X's or we're just gonna say it sounds like Static X, but it's a good album, huh?
Dope.
Yes, very dopey.
Very dope.
Very dopey. Really cool though. Really cool shit. I like it a lot. And it is a really short album. It might actually be classified as an EP. I have no clue. I mean, they are calling it the mixtape. But I don't even remember. What if Wargasm says way over there? It's a long walk, y'all.
Oh, it's over there? Oh, no,
yeah, that's where the W's are. It's a long walk, but it is hell, it might even be on this phone. Wargasm. And the W's. Yeah, here it is. 7 tracks. So yeah, this has to be an EP. It's 18 minutes long, y'all. So
there's a new album coming.
Yeah, that might be an accidental placement. But what is your number 4?
Ghost.
Boom.
Impera.
So
I told you when it came out that it is my favorite Ghost album.
Wow.
When we talked about it in the video, and I think it's, to me, it was all around very, like, just suitable. Like, there wasn't a song. Well, there was one song. I didn't really care for what was it? What was it? The 4th song. The one through the. Oh, where's it?
The cassette is right above you. Blue or gold.
Does it have the listing on?
Should, I would assume.
Oh,
Real tiny.
Real tiny. Man, I'm old.
And you got glasses.
Spillway. I didn't care.
Oh wow, really? Spillways is great, man.
I didn't care for the Spillway, but other than that though, I mean, it's just because it didn't do anything for me. Like that song specifically didn't do much, but everything else though, I loved it. I mean, it had a lot of Meatloaf sounding songs. It had a lot. Ozzy Osbourne had a song on there somewhere. Like he wasn't on there, but it sounded like a lot of like. It sounded like an Ozzy song. It sounded like a Meatloaf song. I mean, it was really just overall really good. And like I said, it was probably to me, it's my favorite Ghost album. I like Cerie, the one with Cerise on it.
Yeah,
but
my favorite album, Meliora.
Right, but I mean that one was hit and miss for me because I didn't care for some of the like slower stuff and.
He is still like the greatest Ghost song ever made.
So, I mean, but yeah, so that's my number 4 though. I listened to the crap out of it for a while, and then I mean it comes on, I'll listen to it.
Right.
For some reason though, Spillway comes on my random more than any song. I'm like, it's the one I don't like them, but it's the one that comes on.
Trying to tell you something.
Yeah, but yeah, there you go.
Alright, so my number 4, we have Talla, the Generation of Doom. Now, man,
There you go.
what I like about Talla, this man told me about Talla, and I finally jumped on the wagon. What I like about Talla is they do everything that I love about old Korn and old Coal Chamber, where everything is like just weird and experimental, but cohesive and unpredictable. This album is incredibly unpredictable. I complained about Korn earlier and how predictable their shit is. This album is doing what Korn used to do. This album is Korn's self-titled or Life is Peachy today. The guy's vocals, you were talking about his vocals are very insane. There is a insanity to his delivery and his cadence that is fantastic. It sounds like this dude is about to snap at any second, and I get what you mean by saying like it's harsh, but I think it's so cool. Like I am so into the way this guy delivers his vocals, because it's like, it is unstable, it is crazy. And then there's that track, that weird track. There's some weird shit on this album that is just mind-blowing. It is, God, which one is it? I think it's Windred. Like that too, his how he frantically inhales. He uses the inhales as almost its own musical note.
Right, like I was saying, he does this as a vocal coach. So.
It is so cool that the inhales feel like they are part of the lyrical flow. Normally, if you hear the inhales, people think that is a flub or a fuck up. Like you shouldn't hear the inhales, but this man puts the inhales in the front, like they are there, and it's almost like on that shitty Marilyn Manson album.
Which one? I've been shitty.
Lately, it's been many shitty ones. Born Villain.
Hungry Lights. That's his other band. I just remember.
On the Marilyn Manson Born Villain album, where he uses the rubbing you're rubbing your fingers on the fret noise, where he's using the fret noise almost as its own musical note in the riff. That to me is how he's using his inhales. It's like that is part of the lyrics, that is part of the song. But what I like about Windred and its weirdness, you know, you got this, but then you get this. It goes into this weird Western thing.
He does that on 100 Lights a lot.
And I'm like,
check that shit out.
Out of nowhere, so unpredictable, man. This album all the way through is a
random
fucking journey. Yeah, just random shit all over.
Like
the
I said,
place.
it's chaotic, and it was just like, for me, it was. I needed a little bit more drawn in, but yeah, it's a good album though.
The moment, cause I love the first one.
Right, I love that.
And then when I heard this one, I was like, all right. These motherfuckers are here to stay. Like, this didn't dumb it down. It kept all the things that I loved about the first one. The unpredictableness, the non-standard song structure, the just everything about the first album that I loved is in here and more. They do even more that is like, damn, man, that's cool, it's wild, and everybody is playing to their best abilities. And have yet possibly reached their peak. And oh man, all the way through, this album is one of the best metal albums of the year. One of the best new metal albums I've heard in a long time. I haven't had a new metal artist pique my interest, because when I heard that Tetrarch, I was like, this is cool. It sounds like 2002, you know. But it was like my Static X kind of new metal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that. But this right here is like, this is what brought me into the new metal shit, was like just the frantic shit, like Life is Peachy from Korn. Just, what the fuck is this? When that first Korn album dropped, there was nothing in the world on the radio, definitely, that sounded like this. There was nothing that was heavier than some of the heavy metal shit that was out at the time. It was different. It was wild. It was breaking new ground. And then you had other bands who sort of emulated that style. Deftones came out, and when you listen to that first Cold Chamber, like that shit, even down to the way the bass sounds on that first fucking Korn Cold Chamber, sounds like fucking Korn. And you know, so this feels like it's doing what those albums did back then, but today. If that makes any sense at all. What is your number
3?
3.
Uh-oh, top 3.
Where we at, y'all?
So we talked about it earlier. Suburban.
Yeah.
Is my number 3.
That was interesting.
This guy, I think he's, like I said, I was telling Travis, I believe he got popular from TikTok or one of the social media things. But Tanya, my wife, found him online, and now that I think about it, and she's like, "Hey, check this out." So I checked his one song out called Inferno, and it's a really cool song. The dude has like, it's kind of like poppy, but with like a lot of sub into it, and I don't know. You heard what you heard. What would you describe it as? 'Cause you have a better description.
I would describe it as.
I'm terrible at describing
There's electronica vibes, but it is the use of music, the samples and the styles that he threw in there, and the I don't know. It is hard to describe, but it is
interesting.
It's just interesting. It's different.
It's
cool.
It's different. It's something that piques that. You know, so if you like stuff that has a lot of bass, but you don't like rap music, this is really good to listen to, because it has a lot of his songs have a lot of bass into it.
There's like a sinister vibe to it.
Right, yeah, and he has kind of a low, dark voice to it. When I say low, I mean like sound wise. Like he's not like a low voice, but he's kind of like he's whispering to you almost, but he's singing to you at the same time. and it works so well with how the styling of the music and the little blips and sounds effects that he uses and certain like keys that he uses in just come out. And I've listened to this album. It's short. It's like 25 minutes long, 30 minutes maybe. But
a lot of, like you said, a lot of Spanishy kind of things.
yeah, it's not, there's a few. There's like 2 or 3 songs that have a lot of Latin kind of feel to it. But it's to me, it's opening up a different area for pop music.
It almost reminds me of, dare I fucking say, it almost reminds me of like how Igor mixes things.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that too.
It's not as chaotic as some Igor stuff, but like there's some vibes.
There's
in
a pop.
here.
If you took Igor and then used some of that and just gave it a pop. Hal Korn was.
Yeah, put a little structure in.
Structure, yeah, like a pop structure to it, but it's not like something you'd hear on the radio, like pop.
Yeah,
like,
it's not like
pop
radio.
star.
Yeah.
But it's good. Like it's an indie style pop. It's indie pop basically, but it's I don't know. It's like I said, it's hard to describe. But Suburban, it's a fantastic album. It's short. It's quick. You can listen through it all the way through and kind of feel good about listening to it again. I've had it on repeat a couple times where it kept going because I like the music. I probably listen to it a lot. Like it comes in my car. I turn it up. I'm listening to it. Like I usually listen to all my music in my car because it's a stereo, so it's surround sound. No one's ever in my car but me, so I can have it up loud and just kind of enjoy it. I have 2 kids, so at my house, enjoying music's kind of hit and miss so.
You gotta hear your kids' music.
Well, it's not like that. It's more like the only time I play is when I'm cooking or something. Like I'll have music playing or whatever. But I listen to it in my car. I drive a lot, so it's the best time to listen to it. But yeah, so Suburban is 2 words. Suburban. Check it out.
All right, my number 3. We talked about this a long time ago, a couple hours ago. Horror.
That was your number 3?
Skinned. This album is phenomenal. This band, when I first heard them a couple of years ago, I was like, damn, these guys are channeling. The first time I heard them, it was on a Prodigy track on their No Taurus album, and I was like, this is pretty cool. Then I kind of forgot about them. Then I started hearing people talk about them on social media, and I was like, let me check this out. I was blown away. It sounded like if Prodigy, Bad Brains, and Atari Teenage Riot had a child or something. Just weird. The beats were great. The hip hop was grimy. It feels dirty. You feel like you need a shower after you're done listening to this stuff. It feels like it's on the streets. I don't know. There's a vibe to this band, to these guys, their group. The way they mix the punk rock and the metal bits and stuff in their music is so cool. It's so cool because it'll be like a trap fucking beat for a second, then it'll go to like some punk shit. It's just a really cool ass band, and I'm annoyed that it's not on CD. It's on vinyl, but it's not on CD. It fucking annoys me. I hate the world we're moving into, but highly, highly recommend Horror Skinned.
All right. So number 2. Now this could have been number 1, honestly. Between the two,
my next 2 are the same way.
It could have been number 1 either way. So again, I went through that small speech of me talking about I've been getting into deathcore, right? Like where deathcore's going, and I mentioned in Jared Dines, Lorna Shore. All right, released not their debut album. It's like their 3rd album, but it's the singer's debut album. Like it's his first. His name's Will Ramos. This vocalist is insane, right? Like the dude from Tulla has his own way of insane, but like the growls, the guttural, like just insides that this man creates.
Yeah, I heard a song or two on it, and I was like, parts of it was reminding me of like, I don't know, just good fucking death growl shit. Like, but it was also reminding me of like black metal-y.
Right,
Black
so
metal-y
that's the
vibes
thing.
to some of it.
I listened to I wasn't Lorna Shore. I heard one song, and he comes in, he's screaming throughout this entire, and then you get this like demonic like ending where he's just like just going into it, like, and the passion that he puts into his screams. Like, you can hear deathcore where like a lot of guys are just trying to scream and make, you know, guttural sounds or whatever, but he has a certain type of passion behind his vocals. Like, he's putting, like, I say that all the vocalists that do like deathcore, death growls and stuff like that, they put some kind of, you know, but they do it because it's a style or something. There's little it feels like there's little emotion. They're just doing it because it's part of that band, right? Will Ramos puts in, and the band is great. Like, they add black metal style symphonics into almost every one of their songs. They have it's like a good mix between black metal and deathcore. Like, it's like exactly what you want from black metal with the fast drum beats and your symphonic, and then you get the growls and the heavy distorted like fucking low guitars from the deathcore, right? So it's kind of like it's pretty much like a perfect entwine between black metal and deathcore is Pain Remains.
Interesting.
Right? And so
it's been in my Amazon cart for a while. I just
you need to buy
it.
you need if you like black metal at all, it needs to come into your repertoire of this. Because to me, when I heard, I even messaged you the day I heard it, the first day it got released, that this might be my number one of the best album.
I remember that.
Right? Like, I messaged you,
and now
like,
it's not number one. I'm like, what?
It's not number one, but it's number one or number two. It switches between the two. Because I got a really good feeling between the both of them. But I listened to this when I went walking in the morning when it got released, and it was perfect. I mean, to me, it is a perfect metal album, but it's a perfect album. Like, there's not one song on there I'm just like fucking just into.
Yeah.
Right, and it reached into the, like, for metal fans, this was the album. Like, if you were like into the heaviest of metal, this is the album you need to get, because it's not just heavy. It's not just noise. Like, it's not just like you listen to one black metal band where it's just, you know, a black metal band where you hear a fast guitar, fast drums, somebody screaming in the background to high reverb, badly recorded drums, you know, somebody with face paint on, because they don't put face paint on. It's just this short blonde haired dude who's like this big around and just fucking comes in and rips your face off with a fucking growl. And like I said, deathcore's getting to that. To me, it's come full circle. It's basically grown from finally, yeah. It's come.
I know exactly what you're talking about, because I feel like that's exactly what I was saying with black metal. You know, things have gotten stagnant for a long time, but some people are finally starting to do something different.
Yeah. And I think, like, deathcore, like I said, deathcore was popularized by a lot of bands from, like, mid-2000s, I think. Like, Whitechapel, Suicide Silence.
A lot of those bands I couldn't get into.
Right, because it was just, like, it was not... The structure was off, to me. To me, like, I go back and I've listened to the first couple albums of Whitechapel and the first couple albums of Suicide Silence with their old singer before he died. And the structure is weird to me, and it doesn't flow very well, and it's all about how heavy can you be and how fucked up your growls can be. You know, that's what it felt like back then. And one second. And it was just
Where are you at?
no, she's just saying goodnight. One second, sorry.
Good night, David. Ooh.
Sorry. But anyway, so those first few albums of those couple bands, right? You know, it's kind of like those are the popular ones. I couldn't get into. I couldn't dive into. Maybe it just took me growing up, but nowadays I've listened to them. I still don't like them. But the newer stuff, the last two albums of Whitechapel have been phenomenal. Like, it feels like they've grown as a band and they figured out some things. They're trying some lighter vocals with heavier vocals. The newer Suicide Silence, everyone hated. They had a new metal album a few years back.
I have it up there.
I love that album. I don't care. It's new metal. Guess what? Oh, fuck you guys. That's actually one of my favorite albums. But they still come out with good. Like, they went back to their actual deathcore stuff, and it's still good nowadays. But this is like the full circle. Lorna Shore, Pain Remains. It is perfect in from start to finish to me. And like I said, I'm not a big black metal fan, but it works so well with the symphonic music that they put into it. So I definitely, if you are into metal music but not into deathcore, this is the band to start with because they're the best ones right now.
Oh yeah, I need to sing before we get to my number 2, and then our number 1s.
Yeah,
We're there. We are back. This is long, y'all. So my number 2.
Yeah, it ended up being like 3 hours long. Still a 2-hour long video though.
Yeah, more than likely. So my number 2, like David had said, this is neck and neck, man. These are two of my favorite bands doing shit right now. Dropped albums last year. My number 2 is Zeal and Ardor. Zeal and Ardor. I love black metal, but come on, little kitty. Come on, little kitty. Destroying shit. That's all you like to do. Destroy shit. All right. So I love black metal, but I got started on Cradle of Filth style black metal, Dimmu Borgir style black metal, the more symphonic black metal stuff.
One Man's Child.
And yeah, they're pretty cool too. And it was because it was different than the black metal that came before it. And it's, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I like Mayhem and Burzum and Immortal and you know, all those guys, but I get bored as hell with it. It's almost like, it's like with thrash metal. I don't mind thrash metal, but thrash metal is incredibly boring and has been stagnant for decades. But I felt like even in the symphonic black metal realm, it was pretty stagnant for a long time. I mean, I'll still buy a Cradle of Filth album, and to me, Dimmu Borgir does more interesting things with each album than Cradle of Filth does. Cradle of Filth is one of those same shit, different album bands, and
Quality's gotten better since.
yeah, like, you know, production-wise, man, the last several Cradle of Filth albums have sounded exactly the same.
Did you have one last year or was it the year before last?
The year before last, and they're already working on the next one. You can expect a new...
That one's going to be ahead of Ed Sheeran, though, so...
Huh?
So
they're dropping it. It's going to be a charity single, so... Yeah, it's not going to be on an album. Like,
that sucks.
It's going to be cool. Like, I want to know what this is going to sound like.
I want to hear Ed Sheeran death metal.
Yeah, I want to know... You know what would be great? You know what would be great? Because, like, alright, I don't know nothing about this Ed Sheeran guy, except for he's a popular radio guy. But the fact that he's a big metal fan, I get it. You're going to have assholes say, oh, if he likes metal, why doesn't he play metal? Here's the thing. I love heavy metal, but I don't really like to play heavy metal. Like, in my main, you know, the music I make, I don't really fuck with heavy metal.
I make rap music.
I love to fucking listen to it, but I don't love to play it. And the style of metal that I do like to play is more doomy, stonery shit, but, you know. So that's the thing. Ed may not like to play metal, but he might like to listen to it. So who knows? But I think it would be awesome if give Ed all the screaming parts and give Danny like the soft singing parts, wouldn't that be hilarious?
That would be awful.
Who,
Plus, Ed
it
Sheeran
might
would
be.
ruin his voice. Like
It
that.
might be. It might be awful, but it would be awesome and fun, and it's just a one-off thing, y'all. Like, there's no reason to get all up in arms about it. But anyway, black metal has remained stagnant for a long time, especially in the symphonic realm. So for me, here recently, in the past handful of years, there have been artists breaking out who are taking black metal. And for, it's been, there's like the Black Gaze with a little more shoegazy black metal stuff. There's been bands like Wolves in the Throne Room that are more dripping in atmosphere, but still just not really breaking too many boundaries for me. Like,
What's that weird one that you were listening to last year with the B? What the fuck was it? Batushka.
Batushka, yeah, see, that's another one. That's another big one that I'm really loving in the black metal scene right now. With their sort of orthodox monk kind of shit going on. Like, there's some cool shit happening in black metal right now. And Zeal and Ardor is one of them, with the sort of, old, just kind of like black church music, but satanic. Love the shit out of that, because I love me some satanic shit. And man, this album is pretty fucking satanic. The whole thing is just great, man, all the way. Fucking, where's your fucking God? Like, I don't know, man, I love the shit out of this. It is, in a way, it is Zeal and Ardor perfected. I like all the albums, Stranger Fruit, The Devil Is Fine, even their little EP from, I forgot what that was called, but it had the I Can't Breathe stuff on it.
It was 2020.
Yeah, and just a great fucking band.
Purple Album.
Damn hardcore fucking, but then really good melodic shit. There's the track on this one where you fucking have, I like the contrast of real harsh shit and I think it's Immersion. Yeah. Where it's like, it's real poppy. Right? Like, this on a black metal album, but then right here, really fucking awesome to me. And there's another band, another black metal band, that is doing different things that I highly recommend is Ghost Bath. Their black metal is very uplifting sounding, and it is crazy. It is crazy as fuck. So like, there's a lot of good black metal shit happening, a lot of good stuff happening in the black metal world today. That like, you with the deathcore, finally some motherfuckers, like there's Untamed Land throwing Western music in there where it sounds like a motherfucking The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and it's just awesome as fuck. Zeal and Ardor, number 2. It's so hard not to put this at number 1, but there's another band that just blew my motherfucking mind out. So,
Along with his hair.
along with all the hair.
Alright, so this might surprise you. Alright, like I said, this could have been number 2 as well, number 1. So, Alter Bridge released a new album.
Whoa! Number 1.
Or 2.
Alter Bridge.
So it's just,
Whoa.
now let me tell you why though. Okay.
Whoa.
Alter Bridge's been around since like 2004.
Yeah, since
Right.
Creed first
Creed,
broke up.
right? The first album, everyone was like, "Oh, it's just another, it's a Creed knockoff." Right?
And it was better than Creed.
It was much better Creed, but they weren't as like back then when we were right out of high school, and back then I wasn't too big into Alter Bridge. I didn't really know. I actually had an album, like their first album,
Yeah, that first album wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
I never checked.
But it
out
was
anything
very, it
after
was
that.
very 2004.
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
It wasn't anything great.
So, fast forward a few years ago, you know, Miles
I remember you had texted me talking about, dude, the new Alter Bridge is like proggy as fuck.
is fucking phenomenal.
And I still hadn't checked any of it out, but
So, Miles, the singer, right,
yeah,
he has a fantastic range, right? He hits low notes, high notes. The tone is good. He has the singing of a power metal band, right? That he could easily be in Alter Bridge nowadays could easily be power metal,
damn.
right? Mark Tremonti is a phenomenal guitarist.
So how many Creed members are still in Alter Bridge?
no, I don't think they have a new any old member. I think all their old members or all their members are the same ones. I don't think they traded any. I know Mark Tremonti and Miles Davis are still there though, and I think the drummer is still the same drummer. I'm not sure about the bassist or the other guitarist, but yeah. So anyway, like Martin, this is probably the best Tremonti has been on any of the albums. Like about 5 years ago, I started getting into Alter Bridge again and re-listening it. And because I listened to satellite radio and Miles was on there and he was talking about his new album, and I was like, all right, I wonder if they're still, my brain thought Creed, but oh no, like they've gotten better constantly. And this Pawns and Kings, every song.
Oh, it is still all the same guys.
Right.
That's cool.
They've gotten so much
So
better.
they're doing better shit than they ever would have done if they
Musically,
if they were still with
if they were still
Creed.
Creed, it would have been like, whatever. But they would have been Nickelback, Christian Nickelback. But
not today. So.
no, like Mark Tremonti's he is one of my favorite guitarists nowadays. Like I know I said like Henson from Polyphia, he plays a certain style, but Tremonti plays pretty much every style I'd like. I've followed Tremonti since he did a solo album a few years ago, and that was fucking phenomenal as well. If you haven't heard Alter Bridge in a long time, last thing you remember was 2004.
Yeah, that's the only one I ever heard.
Jump back on. You will be. You say your mind was blown from that. You'll be fucking like just on the floor of how good every song is. It's heavy. It has perfect solos. The singing is phenomenal on it. The drums are phenomenal on it. The quality of everything on this album. I listened to it constantly over and over again, and was just like still blown away at how good this album was.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like it was just. I love it. It's one of those. It gave me this certain feeling. I was like, damn, this is fucking good. I was like, it made me wish I was a better. Like, I really wish I stuck to playing guitar when I was younger, more so than being lazy about it. I play guitar, but there's nowhere near these guys nowadays. And like this band is so good. Like it has topped out all the metal bands that I've listened to. Like Slipknot and Korn both released, and Alter Bridge, fucking made them drown. Like put them underwater, held them down with a rock, and said, "Beat that bitch." Like it was a phenomenal their best album to date, and they have good albums. Like the last 3 or 4 albums that Alter Bridge has come out with, have been just phenomenal, and they just keep getting. And I'm hoping this is their top one. If you don't listen to Alter Bridge, you need to get on it. If you think the Alter Bridge is just some Nickelback band from the early 2000s or whatever, they're not. Nowhere near it.
Damn.
Nowhere near it. You will be amazed at how far this band has come from.
This would have been like a #1 for you, man. Wow.
I've looked at a lot of bands nowadays for as an adult. I like to say I'm 37. I don't act like an adult all the time, but my brain, I've fixated on a lot of the bands that I've fallen for or come up to are I'm listening for the musicality now. Like back in the day, it was cool to listen to certain things, like and it was certain bands were very generic, but I followed them because that's what it was popular around there, and you couldn't get so much access to it. And then as I got older, though, now just like I'm really listening for either something that's different, has a good sound to it, the talent behind it, like the quality of it. Like even it doesn't have to be well produced to have good quality. There are plenty of bands who released albums in the last 10 years that have had the worst quality of recordings, but it sounded like it should have.
Yeah.
Like it came out to be like you could like clearly they recorded that shit in a bathroom, and it's still how it was set up and the talent of their playing was perfect. And I think that this Alter Bridge, like, it just amazed me this year. Like this is the best album that I've heard all year. So that's what I got to say about that.
That's all right. I'm gonna have to check it out, I guess.
I would definitely say
See what the deal
definitely.
is.
You'll be surprised. If you can't listen to the 2004 album and then listen to the new one.
Yeah, just to see
Just
that
to see
jump.
the jump, the amount of talent.
There was a song on the first one that I absolutely loved. I believe it was the second track. Because I loved the guitar work on that. I'd have to go back and look because I had a burned
It's
copy.
been so long. Yeah, it's mine.
Such a long time.
That's probably me.
Yeah.
Because I have it. I have that first album.
But I guess I need to check that shit out.
Yeah, it is so good. I mean, it like I said, just everything about that, like behind it. I mean, they're not a goofy band or an awkward type of band. It is a pure like rock to almost, like I said, it's very power metal sounding in a lot of ways. So I would consider Alter Bridge to be metal nowadays. But yeah, I definitely check them out. I think you'd be surprised of how much of what your brain, your 18-year-old brain thinks of what they sound like to now.
All right. So my number one is another one of the best bands in black metal today. Imperial Triumphant Spirit of Ecstasy. This band is amazing. This fucking band is black metal by way of jazz. It is the dissonance of the music, the disharmony, the fucking... These guys play with... This shit is anxiety inducing. This shit will... This shit to somebody who isn't into dissonance and fucking just imperfect harmonies, man, that match. I don't know. It's probably really hard to listen to, but man, this isn't blast beat fucking black metal. This is black metal with jazz drums, jazz style bass, fucking just the most noisy, wild ass guitar shit. This is on the lines of like when John Zorn would do some metal shit. This is produced again by Trace Fruins from Mr. Bungle. But on this album, apparently a man named Max Gorlick used to play guitar for them. And, but he's not with the band anymore. But Max Gorlick, this is Kenny G's son. Right? Well, there's a song on this album that features Max Gorlick coming back to play with his buddies again. But guess who else is on the song?
Kenny G.
Fucking Kenny G. Kenny
Clarinet
G
of Love.
on a black metal album. It is amazing. Let me just find an excerpt of this brilliance. This is pure ecstasy. This is
Fucking Kenny G, man.
this is amazing. So like this beginning though, man, this is just so beautiful.
Sounds like what you'd hear in an old, like, 60s,
It's like
50s movie.
like a noir. Just listen to that, and then let's get some Kenny G in here. So here's his son. So motherfucking good, man. Oh, it's so good. And this album does not stop. This motherfucking album is some of the heaviest shit I've heard in a long time. Some of the heaviest dissonant shit I've heard in a long time. It's one of the things where it's like, fucking, it just builds anxiety. It feels like your blood pressure is rising when you listen to this. This is, I don't know, man. It is just so hard to explain. Like, I don't know. This is a lot of where like my tastes have been moving here recently, is just a lot of dissonance and shit that just doesn't sound quite right. Just this, oh god, I don't know, man. I don't know, y'all. It is so good. It is fucking phenomenal, man. It is. Like I said, last year, two of my favorite bands in the black metal world dropped two phenomenal motherfucking albums, and they are neck and neck. They're neck and neck. But this one just by a hair beat Zeal and Ardor, just because of the immense bigness of it all. This is a grand album. This is it's one of the things. The best way I can describe that it's New York, man. This shit sounds like the underbelly of New York. I don't know. It is amazing. Highly recommend this. If you are looking for something wild, this is just trauma, chaos. It is. Woof. It is. God.
You want the chills? It will give you all of them.
Yes.
Every last chill.
Yeah, it will fucking. It is challenging. It is a challenge. My dad, on their last album that came out a couple of years ago, there's a great song with a dissonant walking bass line with some crazy jazzy drums and some wild fucking guitar that makes no sense. And I sent it to my dad because my dad likes weird shit, and I remember him coming back and be like, "This is hard to listen to, man." So I sent him some Igor, and he liked that.
I like Igor.
I fucking love Igor. But man, this is, oh god, this is just turn this shit
Igor
up.
uses the chaos in the right spots instead of all over.
Yeah, they use chaos differently
Yeah.
in the right spots, and this band uses chaos differently in the right spots. So this is some turn it up loud shit, and man, fuck, it's so good. And this, just the fact that Kenny G is on a black metal album, y'all. Who ever thought that day would ever have? No, Kenny G on a metal album is unbelievable. Much less a black metal album. Fucking wild.
Kids these days don't know who Kenny G is.
Yeah, they do not. They do not. But motherfuckers that grew up, you know, when
near
we did.
the 80s.
Yeah,
Like,
near the 80s. Not in the 80s, but near the 80s.
near the 80s.
This is wild. And it's just cool that he would do something like that, you know, fucking, because the dude's already a killer horn player to begin with. I'm not going to lie about that. He is a killer ass horn player, and for him to be on something like this, I would expect them to have somebody like John Zorn on this album. But that would be expected. So the fact that they get somebody out of left field like Kenny G is awesome. Awesome as shit. I would expect, for stuff like John Zorn's Naked City, I would expect him to be on something like this. But, boom. Kenny G, y'all. Bringing the
There
black
you go.
metal.
Best of 2022. And the
Kenny
worst.
G. Kenny G on a black metal album. Who'd have thought? Number 1, y'all.
That's pretty cool.
2022. And hell, drop your favorite albums in the comments. And I need another cigarette, and it is almost 1 in the morning. So we'll see you guys later.
Peace.